Hello, hello. We left off. Let's see. It's July 11th, so the trade deadline's coming up. The draft just happened. That's where we left off last. Um, they're still all in the negotiation stage, even though they all have pending offers. But yeah, we took Corey West, Broski, Muirhold. We had the two supplemental first round picks. The draft was very weak, aside from good relievers. We took Cottrell, Dappin, and then Hadoba. It was okay overall. I mean, it wasn't much better for anybody else except for at the top of the draft, Earlier pick you had the better, as always. Um yeah, so we're in a series with the Yankees right now. Then we got the All-Star break and the Athletics who are okay. They're 45 and 49. The Yankees right now are really good. They're 55 and 41 battling with the Orioles. As far as the standings go, just as a little reminder, we're currently third with 53 wins. I mean, which is sadly 2 games back from the division lead that the Marlins have. The division's very, very tough. It's probably going to come down to the last month again, I fear, unless one of them drastically fall off. But yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen. So yeah, we're going to keep rolling along. The trade deadline is coming up. We're obviously going to be somewhat buying. I think right now my goal is to try and grab a really good starting pitcher. Hopefully it's more than just a rental because I'm willing to pay up for it. We have I think we still have the best for him. Yeah, still ranked first. Our minor league system still ranks first. So I'm willing to pay up. We have some dudes who are actually pretty close to MLB ready or that are MLB ready. So we have some log jams. And if we got to move some people on to make something good happen, then that's what we got to do. But Jesse Cooper made it the All Star team for us as a starter. Um, Who else made it? We should have, yeah, Simon Jr. actually made it. He's having a really good year. Um, let's see. William Contreras, obviously a catcher. Who's Chris McGuane? They have him in AAA, and he just made the All Star. It's not just a rehab assignment either. I don't think. No, he's they've straight up got him in AAA. Henry Davis and Bo Naylor, who neither have -0.3 and -0.2 WAR. But then the dude who just made the uh, All Star appearance in the MLB this year has 1.6 WAR. That's insane. Yeah, what's up, Chris? I don't know why they did that. Who else do we have? Devin Fitzgerald at first base. Eli Willits at second. Jordan Irvin at third. Yeah, we finally got a lot of All Star appearances we deserve. No James Wood though, no Dylan Cruz. Really just all the youngsters. As far as prospects go, though, we should have a ton here. I'm thinking Landon Harmon, Bill Ramirez. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Gavin Fiend. It's Fiend or Fine. I think Fiend just sounds better. Calvin Leal and Villalobos. So pretty respectable amount, I would say, overall. We sweep the Yankees, so that's huge sweeping them going into the All Star break because again, the Yankees are. I mean, after that last game, they're now 55 and 43. We're now 55 and 42. They're a very, very good team. Willets got player of the game in the last game. Simon got credited with the win. They have Spencer Strider. Of course they do. Do they still have Freed, I assume? That contract's pretty long. Oh, is he hurt? Yeah, he's hurt. But they do still have him. Interesting. Caleb Decker of the Twins, I guess, gets MVP of the Prospect All-Star game. Yeah, no, so that honestly, that might have us. Okay, no. Still only good enough for one game back. The Mets technically take the lead going into the All-Star break. Is what it is. All right, but a very nice break here nonetheless. Honestly, what this allows me to do, something I've been doing more that I didn't do in past OTPs, is after this break, our rotation is pretty much fully rested. Well, I forget, Cooper actually will be pitching in the All-Star game, though. Okay, he just threw yesterday. So, nah, he won't be 100% before game one of that series. But usually, if like your ace, for example, I mean, we could even go back to our number two. He'll probably be 100% by that athletics game. But you can go back to you could set your next starter to be back to the top of your rotation if he didn't pitch in the All Star game anyway. Pete Crow Armstrong wins the home run derby. On the year, he has 23 homers so far on pace for 38. Melly, 3 home runs against our AAA team. Perez wins Best Eastern League Player Award. Yeah, Achilles Perez, our first round pick last year. He's coming along very nice. He's killing it at Double A right now. Which reminds me, did we already do? Yeah, we already did promotions. Yeah, we did. We did. I remember because I was gonna say we could do those, but we definitely already did it. Corey West has signed. Okay, I want to make sure though that he's starting at a. Nah, see, I want him to start high A. I want these guys to start their minor league career at a solid spot where they can kind of bully a little bit. He could probably handle Double A. His stuff is never going to be crazy in the first place. He's literally just a movement pitcher. We'll do him high as well, though. Oh well, he's actually playing in the draft league still, so it says he's on loan. We'll just let him stay there. Soto's eligible to come off the IL. That's perfect because we had a spot open on our 26 man the whole time, but he comes back right after the All Star break, so that's beautiful. We had him at setup. I think we'll just throw him back there. A sixth or later. Fur is doing good out of that closer role. Tom Muirhold reacts to his bonus. They want to start him at Carolina League. That's fine. And then Severin Lund. Honestly, yeah, I was gonna say he can probably start AAA. He's perfectly fine there. That'll be okay. Yeah, so like, let's see, is Cooper by chance rested all the way? No, he's at 52. But Herrera's at 100, Burns 100, Sakura, De La Torre. So we could. Is that what we want to do though? Hang on. Yeah, I mean, we'll give Herrera another start. He technically started the last game of that Yankee series, but I mean, he hasn't pitched in almost a week, so I'm with it. 8 mil. All right, yeah. So Athletics, who are 46 and 50 now, and then we got the Rockies, who aren't bad, like not as bad as you would think the Rockies would be anymore. But it is 2031, so. And then the Diamondbacks, who are 51 and 46. Herrera's going to be pitching here. Let me make sure. Yeah, everything's good. Who else still needs a sign? Okay, Broski, Dappin, and Adoba. Trade deadline's around the corner. Lose game one, 4-5. That's tough. Was it a walk off? It was not. They actually just scored 3 runs in the seventh and the eighth combined. We scored two in the top of the eighth, but it didn't matter. Their one in the bottom of the eighth got it done. Player of the game was Herrera, though, who we chose to start. They had very similar pitching lines. Herrera won an extra inning, but 4 hits to 5, 2 earned to 2 earned, 1 walk to 2 walks, 3 Ks to 3 Ks, 2 home runs to 2 home runs. That's really weird. That's crazy. Yeah, Soto just had a rough outing. 2 thirds to give up 3 earned. That sucks. There's only 13,000 at this game. It is at the Athletics, I guess, but still kind of surprising. Game two, we lose it 2-7. Yikes. It's really bad. But we lose the series versus the Athletics. Yo, what's up, Christopher? Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you, man. We got two Chris's in here now. That's called Odie by Odie. Player of the game was Jack Perkins, their starter in game two. Burns had an all right day. I mean, wasn't bad. Soto again, back to back games, man. He gave up 3 in the one before that, and then 4 in that one. That's so tough. Uribe gave up one of his own. Game three, though, we bounced back 11-3. He had 16 hits in that one. Jordan Irvin got player of the game. He went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. James Wood had a triple. Irvin had a homer for his 21st of the year. Pitching line for Sikora was pretty good. 5 Ks, 1 walk, 3 hits. 2 Ks, 1 walk for Duvall. Yeah, I mean, thankfully our pin just didn't choke it. Thankfully theirs was way worse. Dappin finally signs. They want to start him at Carolina, or yeah, Carolina League. That's fine. You can stay there. Oh, that reminds me, these dudes, I couldn't. Actually, let me go here. I couldn't lock them all to stop them yet from promotion and demotion since they hadn't signed their signing bonus yet. Let me find one. Who was it? Severin Lund? I thought I just saw his name. Here he is. So now we'll go transaction. Shoot, I can't because he's not here. We'll do this. We'll go transaction, enable AI demotion, boom, transaction, disable. Now it should be disabled for everybody except for a couple. We started a fresh file trying to trade for A's prospect Shotaro Mori. As the Marlins, I can't seem to please the AI on a trade. That's tough. So you started a new one as the Marlins though? You're trying to grab Mori. What does he look like? Would he be in my database still? Yeah. He's up to double A here. How does he start out? Okay, for me, he started out as a 30 out of 45. But I started my save a while back, so. You gotta let me know, though, if you end up pulling it off. Does he look way better in your file right now? At the start, I guess? Okay, at the Rockies, see, our team is going to hit well here. Like, we'll play well in this park, but they got a lot of dudes. Yes, an Otani light? Oh, shoot. Okay. Absolutely. I don't blame you for trying to make it work then. Like, who's their home run leader? Yeah, okay, well, never mind. I should have known it was Romeo, because this guy's insane. He was pick 10 in the 2027 draft. But other than that, they don't have as much pop as you would hope for a team in cores. Like, 50 is their best power after Romeo having 75. 55 is their best. Condon? Yeah, dude. It's kind of rough. They could be so much better. They got Cole Winn. Look at this, man. This is the guy I was telling you, man. Some way, somehow, he just always does his thing. 45 innings pitched, 307 ERA plus. I shouldn't have bailed on him so fast, I guess, but I was like, surely. I don't. I mean, he looks better now, to be fair. He didn't look this good. Yeah, because now. Because this, I swear his movement and home runs allowed used to be. I guess I'm tripping. Who am I thinking of then? Somebody else. Oh, well. Regardless, good for him. Uribe continues to struggle a bit. I don't know. I'm thinking about. Because he's 54 innings in now. I'm thinking about just ripping him from the setup role. Soto also hasn't been good in the last two, so we'll leave it. His FIP is 0.87 through 5 games. Might be a glitch. Holy crap. That's insane. I don't know if he's an Otani light. Probably the truth. We win this one 5-3. We score 2 in the 8th and the 9th. Well, one apiece in the 8th and the 9th. Good day for De La Torre. Soto with a little bounce back game. Still gives up one earned though. He couldn't get through it without giving up one. Player of the game was De La Torre. How many homers? James Wood had one. Urias had one. That was it. They have any? They did not. Broski signs. So now we can do this for him. That way I don't forget. They want to start him Eastern League? No. Let's go down to like A ball. And then Hadoba. All I can think of is Wadoba, the restaurant. I never see his name. Nah, what about High A is good. Oh, he's on loan still. Okay. I do need to do this though while I'm thinking about it. Anybody that goes to the draft league, they'll need their freaking sliders reset. Where's Lund? because I guess they're technically already generated like in the game at that point, so the AI will adjust it. Can we sweep the Rockies? We can. Okay, that's massive. That is massive. We are now leading the division. We're tied for the division with the Mets. The Marlins are now 2 games behind. That's what we need. Achilles Perez, by the way, who we were just talking about earlier, just had a 3 home run game in Double A. Okay, there's really no reason not to anymore. I didn't want to rush him, but dude, because I remember now whenever we were doing promotions and demotions, I was like, I don't know if he'll be fine at the next level. Like he's 45s everywhere. Bro, we've got to do it. We're promoting him. We're doing it. Yeah, for sure. It's probably literally going to come down to the last day. Not last. Well, last year it kind of came down to the last day. It came down to like the last 3 days last season with the freaking Mets of all people. But this year the Marlins are making it even more interesting, and they have quite a good team now. Especially this guy I've been calling McFlurry, Justin McCurry, dude. He's nuts. Scouting discoveries haven't been that great this year. Her attendance is pretty consistent. It's like way up, way down, way up, way down. All right, little off day before we face the Diamondbacks and the Jays. I want to go look at the standings again real quick. I want to see. So the Diamondbacks are in second, 2 games behind the Padres, and the Jays are sitting bottom of their division right now. They're not good right now, unfortunately, for them. Um, so hopefully we can still take advantage of that. Game from Soto. Yeah, Soto wants an extension. I mean, dude, we bring him back every time anyway. Like 4 years in a row with us, and every year we let him almost walk. Or I think actually one of those was a 2 year contract, but just about every year we let him walk to free agency and then bring him back anyway. But it's because I'm scared to commit. I'm scared of commitment. Soto, I'm scared of commitment. I'm wondering if he just wants a 1 year deal. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I mean, other than him, to be honest, I actually need to do this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and mass offer all minor league free agents. Other than him, it's just Contreras, Burns, Uribe, Soto, Duvall. So maybe Soto and Uribe. Contreras is just a rental on purpose, and it's definitely paying off so far. We'll see. We'll see. Game one, we win in extras. Win this one in the 10th, 4-3. We walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. Luis Raniel hits a run scoring single to win the game. Player of the game with the Burns. 4Ks, 3 earned, 7 hits. The Pen did their thing. Neighbors and Soto rack up 5 strikeouts combined. Fair adds another 2-1, so 7 between the Pen altogether. Only 1 walk in the entire game is kind of crazy. Yo, what's up, Sean? Appreciate the content push this year. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been trying my best, dude. Got to balance like real life a lot and stuff. But honestly, yeah, you guys are always like super motivating in the YouTube comments and stuff and kind about it, and it's great. It makes it worth it for sure. But appreciate the kind words, dude. Yeah, Contreras, so well, he's out, Burns is out. All of our core though are in league minimum, so that's good. That's good. Just trying to think ahead a little bit. Game two, we win it 10-5. Game three, can we make it 2 sweeps? We can. We're on a 6 game win streak right now. Varland wants yeah, he's a little upset because we waived and DFA'd him after signing him in free agency because we actually oversigned a little bit. He was odd man out. And I mean, I can't lie, it was tough to decide who we wanted to waive in DFA, and he ended up being the dude that we chose, and it's kind of been correct so far. He's a 76 ERA plus. He has a right to be upset though. It is what it is. Cole Winn is still in our targets. Okay, the Dodgers. Wait, this is Dodgers, right? Yeah, the Dodgers and the Mariners pull off a deal. Let's see. Traded Kevin Kelly, reliever, and Dylan Doss. He looks pretty good. And minor league right-hander Mark Lefebvre or Lefave. I don't know. Mariners received 30-year-old. Oh, they got Paez for that? And they already pre-agreed to a deal for 4 years, and the Dodgers are retaining 15% of the current contract. That's actually crazy. Yikes. The Mariners robbed the Dodgers. They sent the Dodgers Kevin Kelly. I mean, he looks solid, but he's not been very consistent. A 33-year-older, by the way, 23-year-old minor leaguer Dylan Doss, who is, I mean, that's respectable. Like that's a good part of the trade. But that's kind of it. And they get 30-year-old Paez. Wow. Yikes. That's crazy. A nacho eggs. Okay, dude. Breeze always has the dad jokes. You can rely on him. I'll give that one like it's like a B. I think B is good. Actually, no, we're on a 7 game win streak. I forgot we got to count the last game of that A series. Struggling Blue Jays team. We could keep it going, and then a struggling Braves team. Sky's the limit right here. This could be our chance to pull away, but I'm definitely not jinxing it. Don't worry. Told you we won 6-0. I didn't jinx it. A lot of emails here just about our minor league free agent deals or minor league, not minor league free agent, but upcoming minor league free agent extensions. 1-6-0, held him to 4 hits, held him scoreless. Obviously, it was a shutout. Who pitched? Cooper. 8 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 102 pitches. This man's on Cy Young pace. I'm not gonna lie. He is on Cy Young pace. We desperately need him to have a successful strength and conditioning program in the offseason, though, because he's fragile. He has a 2.06 ERA plus in 22 starts. Holy crap. He has a 1.91 ERA, a .92 whip. And then Herring comes in and does what he needs to do. Cooper, of course, gets player of the game. Millis had his 3rd homer. Willits had his 12th. Fitzgerald had 2 doubles on the day. You'd love to see it. I don't want that game to get lost in the stratosphere. We're saving. That game from Cooper needs to be locked in. Why is it so devastating when a female mango breaks up with her partner? Because when she leaves, the mangoes too. Oh gosh. I love it. All right, so 29th. So we do gotta be thinking about trades ourselves. Greensboro draws blanks against Garcia. One of our best prospects. Well, he's number 7 overall. Francisco Garcia just had 11 strikeouts, 1 walk in 9 innings. Gave up only 2 hits in high A. Where he's been killing it. He's only 18 years old. Okay, so Pirates want to offer us a deal here. They want to send us Braxton Ashcraft. He's having a pretty solid year for Tusley. Yeah, no, you're crazy. I don't think so, buddy. But what we will do, we will go look ourselves. So right now, I think I'm my main target though. I can't lie, our rotation's been fine, but I think we can do better than De La Torre. Like De La Torre, I'm not gonna lie, I expected way worse. But I think we could shore up that number 5 spot for the back half push. He was like the one big question mark going into this year. And I mean, he has a 110 FIP minus 98 ERA plus, so like he's technically performing below average, especially in the FIP minus department. But the fact he hasn't been worse is what's surprising to me. So yeah, we're going to, I believe, try our best and acquire a starter to shore up that number 5 spot is going to be the goal. Wait, what's added to this? Because it's got an asterisk. There's something I changed. Let me just go back to the old one. It's fine. Oh, the potential was missing. That's weird. What's up, Maple? I finally picked up the game with the sale that's been on. Don't really have a clue what I'm doing, but I'm confident it'll work out. Oh, it'll work out for sure. If you ever got any questions at all, just ask away in chat. You can ask in the I have a Discord. You can find that in the description of the YouTube stream. Yeah, dude, you can ask away. Don't ever hesitate. There's also been tons of questions asked in the Discord that if you're in there, you may enjoy just scrolling through it and reading what everybody else has asked, to be honest. I'm sure something will be helpful for sure. And of course, there's tons of videos on the channel that hopefully help you out. But yeah, you got to let us know how your save goes, though. Do you have a team you're thinking about starting with? Yeah, and I forgot about the sale. I think what is it like 15% off right now? They'll have another, usually a bigger sale at the All Star break in real life. Okay, so Dietrich ends has been good somehow. Like I don't really like his profile makeup, but a lot of these guys on paper are going to look way better than I like Justin Steele a lot than De La Torre does. And okay, so Steele's just like a 1 year or a back half rental. He's also wrecked, so like there's that massive lingering worry the whole time. Barrios, Sawyer Gibson Long, Andrew Abbott, Fernando Lopez hurt for 5 weeks, Jesus Luzardo 6 weeks, Kyle Hurt. Okay, Hurt kind of looks. I like the look of Hurt. He's been promised closer, but I mean he's starting. He should be starting. Yeah, right now I kind of lean toward Kyle Hurt. We're gonna shortlist him to start with. Imanaga is yeah, sadly he's just getting murdered in cores. Oh my gosh. He's got 35 home runs allowed rating. He just gave up 4 home runs at Milwaukee, mind you, which Milwaukee's a pretty home run friendly park. So I guess it makes sense, but I was expecting that to be a home game for them at Colorado. A 4 home run game. Ah, you gotta love it. I'm sure he's loving going to course. It's just murder in the last part of his career. He's 37. He said, "Screw it." Lodolo isn't terrible either on paper. Oh, never mind. He's out for 11 months. Never mind. Think I have to read up on some stuff. Yeah, I feel that. I don't blame you. It's a lot, man. It's a lot for sure. Right now, I think Kyle Hurt is the go-to as far as who's actually on the trade block. But now we're gonna do a little manual snooping. Let's go down here to like the Guardians. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's cool though that you're taking the leap. J.R. Ritchie, they've already got him to a long-term deal. Wouldn't really make sense for us to sweep in for him, and he's also not really had the best year this year. Cameron Flukie, Steven Zobak or Zobak. He's got Arb next year. Here's the thing, like I'm not scared to take a chance on a dude who actually has better ratings but isn't performing as well as De La Torre is. Because mind you, this is the guy we're trying to upgrade upon. Who versus righties looks like this is how he looks versus righties. Versus lefties, obviously he struggles a bit more. He's a right-handed pitcher, but I'm kind of just being nitpicky. The offense, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's very flawless. As far as upgrading anywhere. Naturally, I mean Jordan Sanchez has been horrible for some reason in right. Like he's literally -1 WAR to the point where I'm considering benching him, which would really stink. But sadly, I would trend toward putting Luis Ronyo out there, who's also not been doing good off the bench this year. Um, but even then, he's the only hitter under a 100 WRC plus. So the full focus is on pitching. If there was a team we could make it work with, that would be willing to give us a cost controlled pitcher, I would be willing to like do a fair trade. Yeah, Savage is sadly he's on 17 million the last 2 years. That's just annoying. Who else? Barrios, we already looked at. Roby. He's okay. He's not terrible versus either side. He does have 2.4 WAR this year. He has ARB next year. Winston Santos. Yeah. All right. Let's look. Naturally, a lot of these teams that we're manually going through aren't going to have great pitching because they're at the bottom for a reason. Hunter Brown, though, is he? He's got the player opt out after this year. I would have loved to. Man, I'd like to try and make a move for him if it was just a rental. Okay, how much money do we have for extensions? 50.3. Our budget next year should be going up. Oh my gosh, it's going up a lot more than it was supposed to now. Going from 238 to 252. So, okay, okay. Hmm. Gabe, he's like, yeah, this is literally, no, it's not his rookie year. His rookie year was 2029. Oh, because they used him out of the pen. Then they started starting him. I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. Trent Harris. He's somehow been putting up 2+4 each season. Houston Astros. Yikes. Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and say there's literally no one there. Tampa Bay Rays. They do have McClanahan. We've looked at him a million times. He's got 2 years left. Honestly, dude, him for 25-2 next year makes sense. Like, I don't think we could get a pitcher of this quality in free agency next year. Our report's from July 21st, so it's only 8 days old. They're 50 and 57. Let me go actually look how far they're out of wild card. 7.5 games? I mean, that's pretty far in the grand scheme, right? I wonder if they would be willing to try and trade McClanahan. If not him, then I mean, there's Elmer Rodriguez, who is just not performing better than De La Torre, but ratings wise, he does look better. I think. I mean, they'd be more likely. It's the Rays, right? Due to their budgets and stuff, they'd be more likely to want to keep Elmer. Plus, they just traded. Well, no, they traded for him. Like that was a long time ago now, 5 years ago. They still have Caminero. What did they sign him to? Wow. Okay. 38, 38.5 each year till his age 32 season. I mean, he's gross. Jefferson Rojas. I think I own Casey now. Got him in a trade with Miami in February of this year. Okay. I think we'll shortlist McClanahan. Right now, I think I like McClanahan or trying. He might be an untouchable for him. I don't know about the Athletics. Like that's where it gets a little touchy because then all those teams are 4.5 games. So I think I'll stop there. 4.5 games out of the wild card. So look at the Giants. They're 20 games below 500. They have Weston Lombard, who yeah he has 3 years left. He's having a really good year, but he isn't a pitcher friendly park. But he doesn't look bad. He's pretty cheap. That's the thing is I don't know if I'm looking for like a 3 year, well 2 years pretty much because 2031. I ain't even going to count that. So his age 33 and 34 season, he's still guaranteed money, and then he'll be 32. Yeah, he'll be 33 and 34. So like that's the whole issue with me there. I'll shortlist him. I do like the look of him. Logan Webb not having the best year ERA wise. Yeah. Ooh. Yikes. They signed that prior to 2029. 39.5 per. Ooh, they're regretting that one. Cyprian, this guy's actually been pretty good. I've seen him pop up a few times. They got him on waivers from Arizona on March 30th. Oh, he was an international amateur free agent, I guess, back in 2023. Chris Sale joined the Brewers. I feel like knowing you, I feel like there's a joke there that's flying over my head. Chris Sale joined the Brewers. Could he get 3,000 strikeouts before retirement? I don't know if there's a joke there or not. But why would he switch to the Brewers to try and get to reach 3,000 strikeouts? Cyprian, we probably wouldn't make a move for. He's literally, he's still on league minimum. Brendan Neely, I actually kind of like the look of, but he's also in pre arb. They got him on waivers from Boston. Okay, so they're waiver merchants over there. Bubich, who, yeah, they gave him a big deal too. Dang, man. Because I feel like if Sale made the haul, then I don't know which team he would retire as. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, right now, it's probably Boston, but I guess who knows? His career has also kind of been like that trade, by the way, is still wild to think about. Vaughn Grissom for Chris Sale. I do not know how the Braves pulled that one off, but holy. Mizorowski, by the way, has 30 stam. I wonder. Hmm, he's spending too much time on the OTP. That's why. Yeah, so Boobich isn't happening. All right. Cardinals. What do they got? They have this wicked reliever, Freddie Peralta, who's not having the best year. He's got 3 years up. That's the thing. We can't even find a rental if we wanted to. Sim Roberts, he's got 4 years, pretty much three, but he's having a good year. Like I do like his this makeup plays really well in OTP this year. I mean, because it's not like it's bad. So I guess I'm not trying to say it's like an insane value profile or anything, but Brandon Witherspoon, he's the number 4 prospect in the league. They're probably just not trading him, especially being 47 and 61. Josh Hartle, okay. Pittsburgh Pirates, John Williams, he's 24. It's not going to happen. He's kind of like trying to be their new Skeens. Ashcraft is someone they offered us. He's having an alright year, but yikes, yeah, he's got 3 years left. I just can't do that. He's 31. Don't feel comfortable doing that. Harlan, no. Bennett, no. Okay. This isn't going as well as I hoped it would. All right, the Braves, interdivision. I don't know if that'd be likely. They do have Skeens, who they locked up for a long time. But yeah, that's not happening. We don't have the money, and I highly doubt they'd be willing to retain that long. Mike Newton, he's on league minimum. Malik Mitchell, league minimum. They've got a young pitching staff, aside from like Skeens, who's 29. I mean, the oldest player is Ashby, who's 33. Okay, that's a lie. Funderburk's 34. But those two are it. Other than that, everybody's under 30. Okay, and I think that's where anyway, like it kind of like the Rockies are 5.5 back. We did just sweep them. Like Imanaga's not happening. He's awful. We figured that out. Maverick Rizzy, he's on League Man. I don't think they'd be willing to trade him in real life. I like trying to keep it realistic if I can help it. I don't like to just pluck league minimum guys on a team that's struggling, that's going to have them cost controlled forever. And then it jumps to the Phillies, who are 2.5 back. So really, for me, after going through manually, it just come down to McClanahan on the Rays making a lot of sense. It would be the rest of this year and next. We don't have enough money, so they would have to retain a little bit. Um, this year. Well, both years. It would be cool if you could set it where they only retain a little this year or that year. Let me go look at the short list though, just to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Luis Castillo, he was a free agent. We can remove him off now. Um, Rondi, he was on there from before as an old target. Pecos was the same thing, I think. Okay, yeah, these were the genuine ones. These were the genuine ones. Weston Lombard, who was okay. He has 2 years left at 11.2 and 13.4, which I don't think would end up being terrible value unless he fell off a cliff. Kyle Hurt, who is a 1 year rental of 7.9. I like this one too. McClanahan is just actually genuinely very good, right? Um, I think we see what they want from McClanahan first, if they'd be willing to retain anything. And then I think I'd want to go for Kyle and then Weston. All right, let's see. Trade options, trade for player. Okay, well, there goes that. He exercises his 10-5 rule, his right to veto any trade, so he's staying in Tampa. Tough. Okay. Well, now we have to pivot. Let me do this real quick. I want to press report on these two. I want to see them one day. It'll be to the 30th. Um, so obviously it won't be at the trade deadline yet. I want to see if their scouting report would come back that fast. These were upcoming minor league free agents. Wait, the Cardinals are reaching out to us trying to send us Brady Singer. That's just not happening. I don't believe. I don't like the look of him at all. They want Casio Horton, or they want to give us him, and they want Coy James and Wanderin. Nah. All right. I want to see now if the trade block changed at all. Doesn't look like it. I think I like Kyle Hurt. His control obviously is a little scary. The 45 pitching BABIP plays well this year. He's pretty much average everywhere else. It's just a rental for the rest of the season, so I don't think he'd be too expensive. We don't have to have them retain any. Well, we got 7.8. Yeah, he wouldn't have to retain. I forget because half of that contract's already gone. So I think I would like to trade for Kyle Hurt right now. We could get them retained for the hell of it. Well, never mind. They're negative 16.5 in the hole. I'm curious. What do they want for make this work now? Okay, yeah, they want a bunch of stuff that they're not going to get right now. Yeah, I mean they're all active roster guys. Let's use a little bit of common sense. That's okay. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's think. So Kyle Hart's a 50 overall. He's 33. It's a rental. Yeah, what's up, Big Shoot? Happy Sunday night to you as well. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're trying to shore up the number 5 spot in our rotation right now. Um, I think around the 50 potential prospect would be fair. Some of these dudes we just drafted. Chris Defoe is actually killing it, right? Is he not on the? He's not on our favorite prospect. Did this guy get? He did get TCR. I was like, wait a minute, why does this name not ring a bell? Because I get pretty good, even though my favorite prospects list is crazy long. This guy got a little bit of TCR love. We drafted him in July of 2027 in the 16th round. We knew him as a 30 out of 45. He is now a 40 out of 50. All right. I saw he has 6.2 WAR this year. Dude, go up to high A. Now you're staying here. Now I just like you. Now you're not getting traded. Congrats. Ryan Gonzalez, Ruben Rodriguez. Ruben, we got. Oh no, he was just scouting Discovery. I swear, I think I have a Ruben Rodriguez in my. Yeah, that was easy. I think we have a Ruben Rodriguez in the Angels series. Smetana's 21. He's not having the best year at Double A, but I mean, he's doing okay. He's still hitting 262. He has 98 WRC plus. He's durable. Would they even take him? I can't accept this offer, but let's keep trying. Okay, I was just curious. Tyler Wise. I definitely want the trade to be fair. Um, Colin Bland's an interesting one. He's struggling at AAA this year. He's 23. Unfortunately for him, like I think if we go entire org current ratings at first, Fitzgerald, Peterson, and Morales, like Fitzgerald's that guy. He's just he's so average that it's good. And then we have Sam Peterson, who isn't all that. Then Morales, who's just not. Let me do this. Let me go roster. Let me go all players in org. Then we go first base because it's going to show us the dudes who just aren't first baseman. We also have a Bia who, oof, I'm excited about that guy. Or Elvis. Colin Bland always take but never pans out. Like good trades but bad TCR. I feel that. Every team needs that guy. Yeah, everyone needs a just so average you're good at nothing kind of guy. You're so average you're great at nothing, but you get the job done. But yeah, Colin, like he has high adaptability and work ethic. Yeah, like got him in the 3rd round of the 26th draft. His time is coming. Like I don't think they would want him, but there's also Andy Moorhead, who's like strangely okay due to his gap power. I remember Moorhead from that 2029 draft. I don't know. We're not as deep at first as I thought we were, I guess. But I mean, we have Fitzgerald, who's in pre-arb for a good bit, so it's not a big deal. All right, let me go back. Let's see. Would they even want Blend? Yeah, so it's not good enough. What if we did Bland and Smetana? I decline. Wow. Okay. So they're valuing Kyle pretty high. I mean, he is playing well this year, but it's like he's 33 and he's expiring at the end of this year. He's day to day for 1 day. Like he should still be able to be added. Steve Keenan looks like a pretty average kind of pitcher. They just say no, but that's our answer unless you can toss in a bit more. What if we go Smetana? I can't quite accept this deal. Okay, dude. Hmm. Bland. Okay. Let me see. How picky are you guys? They don't even want 350 potential prospects. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. There's Hesse as well, who's coming around. Hendrickson, Enriquez, Jeffrey Davis. Hmm. Gavin Fiend is 24, dude. Like, see, I can't lie. I was prepared to move guys like Gavin. Who else was there? Like maybe Toosley, guys like that for a McClanahan trade, but he doesn't want to be traded. What if we go one of these relievers that look pretty solid? What if we go like Hendrickson? I think we're close. And Bland. Dude. Okay, Henderson, Bland, and then what if we drop down like a 45 potential? Because Henderson doesn't look terrible. He's only 20. Like, he is just a reliever, but Jonathan Lamas. The proposal very close to being acceptable. I can't quite agree. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Yo, Big Cannonball. Thank you, man. Appreciate the follow. What about Naples? Dudes, I would accept this if I were a team in the Orioles position. Like, they have him on the trade block. I would take this all day. All right. What if we. These guys are, I think Cummings to be like an average second baseman. What about Nate? Brendan Bernard? He was a scouting discovery. He's nothing too crazy anymore. 15 weeks of summer break gonna fly. Oh, nice. You on summer break now? That's huge. Gosh, dude, I haven't had to worry about summer break in a minute. Nice, nice. You're gonna love that. What about Derek Bryant? Holy crap. I don't know if a deal like I mean, I knew whenever I saw this, I didn't know if a deal was gonna be steady enough for him because like they're kind of crazy. All these dudes are on the active roster. All right. I'm determined though. I'm determined. Hmm. Okay, Caden McCarthy. You're on the right track. Christopher got the TCR. And Colin Bland. Right. Yeah. Yeah. This is a big dude. See, it's working in their favor. They're getting me. I'm trending higher up the list over and over, and they're wanting this to be like a 10 prospect trade, which is nuts. Honestly, Bryce Hill, he's a former first round pick, but I'm not as high on him as I used to be. I gotta be honest. He was our first ever draft pick in this. Okay, what about Bryce? Holy crap. Yeah, y'all aren't getting any more 50s. I want to be honest with you. This is crazy. My summer break at university doesn't start until August. Oh man, that's tough. Still got a little bit, huh? That's all good though. Don't let me bring negative vibes. It's not that bad. It'll fly by. It'll fly by. Smil Serrano, Ted Roop. They've been getting trash trade offers from the AI. My White Sox. They've been getting a bunch. What the hell offer? Yeah, yeah, I have Pikachu. It's already unbearably warm outside though, or at least I don't handle heat well. That's fair. Yeah, like the weather here has been really weird. Like I live in the northeast-ish United States, and um, for example, it was like 4 days in a row. It was 90 plus degrees. Then it dropped down to 50 some, and it's like 65 right now, and it's rained for the past 4 days. Yeah, mine's been the same way. First day of school, September 8th this year. Yeah, that's weird. I guess whenever I was in school, it was always like August, right? Seuss's. Okay, the one thing we haven't tried is 5 prospects. I'm curious if that a lot of these zoos don't need to be on the favorite prospects list anymore. Yeah. Holy crap. How much money is he on? Wait a minute. What if we retain 100% because they're in the negative a lot? Robbie just probably doesn't have a spot on this team, and he's getting pretty close. Let me sort by age. Carlos Bautista as well. What if we do him? Holy shit. There's no way, bro. Like, this just doesn't feel fair. Am I tripping? 1 year rental, yes, we could technically have the option to extend him, but dude, they must not want to trade him as bad as they say. Better player, Andy Paez. That Andy Paez trade, by the way, that trade compared to this one that they're wanting to do is yikes. Ernesto Cruz is good depth. He's like one dude I want to hold on to. Yo, Data Diamond, what's up, man? It was quite rainy and cold for a while, but it's been 90ish for the past few days. Okay. What area do you live in? Maple? Yeah, like today, or well, right now it's like 64 degrees and raining currently. It's supposed to do that for as far as I can scroll on the weather app on my phone. Boy James, no. Brown just isn't as good anymore. What about Indy Moorhead? They're still saying it would take one of these guys with what we've already offered to make this deal work. There's no way in there's no way we can pull off a deal with them. I'm curious. Like if I go it's a deal, is it? Okay. Willie, he's out for 1 week. They're saying this guy isn't even enough for this trade. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think there's a deal to be done with them. Oh, Southern Germany. Oh, okay, nice, nice. My my dad was born in Germany in Vilseck. My grandma is from Germany. Sadly, I don't know a ton of German at all. I know like hello, bitte, oh my gosh, I used to know how to ask like how are you doing and like where are you from? Um, yeah, sadly, it's like not there though. But yeah, like I really want to visit so bad. Bro, I thought I was gonna show. Yeah, I mean you're late. We're literally about to end stream. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Flip? No, we're trying to pull off a trade. We're trying to just pull off one for Kyle Hurt, but dude, I don't think that can happen. They're asking for some crazy stuff. Shane McClanahan's not tradable. Weston Lombard, we can try to make a move for. He's not on the. Why was Cooper Criswell in here, by the way? I don't remember doing that. Maybe it was last year. He's actually doing okay. Kevin Kelly just got traded. All because those are relievers. That's why. They were trying to make a move for Kyle Hurt. McClanahan exercised his 10-5 rights where he can veto the trade. So, um, I might see if the Giants want to trade Lombard. Okay, this one is starting out a little better. Wait, yes, for Hendrickson, I would actually do that. A 2.4 WAR pitcher who's pretty balanced versus both sides. There is 2 years left in this deal at 11.2 and 13.4, which is okay, but yeah. Yeah, Maple, it was like a situation where my grandpa was stationed over there, on like an army base and then met my grandma and then yeah. Yeah, I want to visit pretty bad. Do you have a favorite football team or soccer? I guess, depending. Nah, never that. Um, wait, they're willing to do Lamas for. Okay, hang on. Oh, they're negative 64.5 million. We could take advantage of them. We could take advantage of them. Arsenal menu, yeah, you're gonna get someone in chat is gonna strike you down the more teams you start to add. Please never type Arsenal again in my chat. Wilson Kill is my favorite, although I don't watch as much. That's fair. Yeah, at least I got Odie here to back me up on the Duke talk. It's just not good. Pleb don't watch sports. He just he bandwagons Lobos. Yeah, like I mean, I guess I do mainly follow Premier League. Like I'm guilty of that, as probably a lot of people who don't actually live in Europe are. But I like Chelsea's my favorite team. As sad as that is, that's why he should not be typing about Arsenal. Wait, Smetana was someone we were willing to move. I think Smetana's pretty fair. In Germany, though, like I think I would probably I kind of trend toward Nuremberg, who I'm pretty sure they're still in the second tier. Like if I had to pick a team in Germany, so we're gonna do Smetana. Yeah, they're poor. The Giants are poor. They're negative 64.5. We're doing Smetana for Lombard. That's what we're doing. This is a pretty solid upgrade on our number 5. Like he's been up and down, but either way, on paper, he's 100% an upgrade on De La Torre. We're doing this. So we're moving Smetana. We'll go ahead and unlock him. All that good stuff. Remove him from prospects. I feel like it's kind of fair. Just because they're poor is why it's fair. So we're gonna complete that trade. Um so now that means pitcher wise though, De La Torre probably would be the one to go down. I grew up around that area actually, so I've been to a Nuremberg game, although it was in the away section. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you probably played Football Manager before, right? I've done a pretty long term save with him before. And like took them up to the Bundesliga and stuff. Like I'm dying to visit Germany so bad. I was trying to teach myself German. I taught myself a lot, but sadly, like I got burnt out on it, so then I just stopped like practicing it, and then I lost a lot of it. I could probably get it back pretty easy. One thing I did is I watched a show. It's really nice city. Yeah, I can't lie. I've only looked at pictures and stuff, but yeah, it looks awesome. There's a show that's in German that I watched on Netflix, and it was so good. I cannot remember the name right now, but dude, I watched it in German with subtitles, and it's pretty popular, at least even in the US. Yeah, like Dark. Yes, I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, it was very, very good. That helped me learn a lot too. If I were to probably just rewatch it, I would probably like. I was just trying to use Duolingo to learn with. Nah, Odie doesn't like the Canes. He's a UNC fan as well. So you saying Duke is why he said that. Yeah, so I think we got to demote De La Torre here. He's just the odd man out of a pretty solid pitching staff. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's just the odd man out. And the dude we traded for is a starter. He's a direct upgrade on him. Like De La Torre will be first guy back if something, were to happen injury wise. We do have an issue here in Lombard. No, he's 66%. He should be able to start the next game. What is 50? We'll go 90. Okay, so it's pretty huge. So we get another lefty, or we get a lefty in the rotation, who is doing really good. He's coming off a start against the Angels, where he had 4 strikeouts, no earned, 8 hits, 6 innings, 147 ERA plus this year. He does have 2 years left. This year, obviously, we won't even really count it. Still pretty respectable price there. I don't like, you know what I mean? It's not cash strapping us by any means, and our budget's going up. That still would technically leave us with 35.4 million for extensions, and we're literally not extending anybody that's expiring except for maybe Soto. Um, maybe Soto, and then maybe Duvall. I don't know. So we got enough money. Uribe's starting to piss me off, so I don't know about him, but I like that trade. We really don't have a ton of trades to make, to be fair. Like I don't think we need to do a ton of things. So yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. Duke, UNC, even NC State. I mean, hell, I think NC State is the closest. I think their football stadium or basketball stadium, I can't remember, is right across the road from the Canes stadium. Literally right across the road, or it might be damn near the same parking lot. But yeah, that's why the Canes owner uh leads the race. If North Carolina is to get one of the MLB expansion teams, he leads the race to be like majority owner or a big part of the ownership. So that's why the theory of it being over toward Raleigh is there. But I mean, I think it would probably still be him, even if it was in Charlotte. I'm not gonna lie. I wish this trade deadline could be more exhilarating, but dudes, we're set. We would just be even the De La Torre upgrade was extreme nitpick. Extreme nitpick. Like I couldn't confidently demote any of these guys with how good they're doing and be like, okay, yeah, you're out. You know what I mean? Even Uribe, like I think he'll be fine. But yeah. What is the longest trade time you've messed with? I'm going on an hour trying to get this night. You're still trying to get him. To be honest, sometimes they do take forever. I guess it depends how hung up I get on really wanting them like you are right now. Like I was determined, I can't lie. I'm actually very, very upset that we couldn't get what's his name for the 1 year rental. Was it Kyle Hurt? Like that one kind of took a while, but I think sometimes you gotta it's hard to come with terms that they just do not they just actually don't want to trade them. And I'm surprised. Also, I guess it depends how in debt the team is and how strong that can work into your favor because, yeah, unfortunately for San Fran, they're in tons of debt. They were like 65 million in the hole. I mean, realistically, I'm going to move on. We're going to manually start the trade deadline. We do have a game versus the Braves. Sakura is going to start that. But we'll manually start the trade deadline and see if some other stuff falls into our lap. Something I might do. Oh, we take game one versus the Braves. Something I might do is shop some prospects who are very obviously log jammed that we just are not going to be able to keep and see what we can get. We had 16 hits in this one, by the way. That's gonna be crazy. Louis Roniel, player of the game. Sakura, 3 earned, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Not great. Dylan Ross and Saime. Everybody had a hit today. 3 for 5 for Roniel. He went. Contreras had his 10th home run. Sanchez had his 12th. Roniel had his first. Yeah, nutty. Fitzgerald had his 17th double. He gets so many doubles. Bello opinion from Corbin Burns. Burns wants a contract extension. It's probably not happening. I can't believe he continued on his run from last year with Atlanta, though. I was very scared, but it worked out. All right, trade deadline is today. Let's start that up. Can't show them the Flyers playoffs, so I was wondering. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I was surprised they took game 2 against Montreal, right? I've just kind of passively followed it. Have not, like, I probably could name one Canes player, if that. Um, so, like, yeah, sadly, I never got into it like that. Let's consider John Williams. Yeah, okay. We have our team needs, our player needs set up on our trade thing. So our scout and our staff will bring us players like, yo, let's consider this dude, and which is a cool feature. But I gotta be honest, if the Pirates are trading him after not having Skeens anymore, they're kind of stupid. This is like in Football Manager, whenever you got scouting stuff set up, you're like a third tier team, your team in the third tier, and your scout brings back fucking like Messi. He brings back Messi to sign. You're like, okay, dude, yeah, sure. Got it. I just hit continue trade deadline. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Okay, so there's this trade. We offer. They want to send us Brady Singer. That no, that's not happening. Clear trade. They already tried that. On the trade block. Oh no, you can't actually sort here. That's tough. It'd be cool if you could actually sort right here. Have it set to hard. They don't even want. Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, they probably want some dudes. Who else is up there? You probably have to give them like Alcantara, Casey, who else? Otto Lopez. That's probably what they're wanting, huh? Schwellenbach plays on baby mode. I play on default, by the way. Play on default. So if that's baby mode, who else is playing on baby mode? It's like all the way to the left. Yeah, you got me. You act like that's a secret. I put it in my settings video. I'm just kidding, by the way. Um, that's what I thought too. Okay, I see what this is. By the way, how bad is the Dodgers' record? Because why does it look like they're 56 and 53? They're selling. How bad is their money? Negative 230K? I mean, that's not as bad as I thought with the way they're selling. Also, just to be clear, I'll have you know, this is my settings. Pretty sure this is default anyway. I unticked use hard mode because to me, they don't even make it harder. It just makes it more inconvenient. It just makes it where they message you back. That's it. But yeah, okay. Why would they trade Gabe? Probably because he's on $20 million. Brenton Doyle. We really just don't need any of these guys. They got Corey Seager at first base now. Interesting. I think it's slightly favorite prospect. No, if we didn't give you a hard time, you wouldn't think we love you. No, I agree. I agree. I tell Pleb knows that too. Yeah, it's like slightly over toward favorites prospects a little bit right now. I do believe a few, maybe a few ticks. It's hard because they just removed like the line in the middle. I don't know why they did that. I wish they would have like kept all the lines that are in the middle. Like even on the strategy tab, they removed all of this. Don't understand. Do not understand. Yeah. Uh Alcantara and at least someone else in the 26th man that don't even want 5 million in cash. This is the A's we're talking. Yeah, like do you guys know you're poor, right? You know, like you are typically very poor. Yeah, I gotta be honest, we're not getting any offers, so I'm gonna continue trade deadline again. And I'm pretty content with this. Yeah, there's no deals in progress. No one really wants to do anything. Now they want us to target Malik Mitchell. Yeah, so our scout is just on one on the trade deadline day. Ever since we changed to that Mr. Pleverino scout guy, something I don't know, things have been weird. Things have been weird. Yeah, they suggested 2 dudes who are on league men that they're going on ton just for just because. Yeah, no one that makes this work. Of course, I don't blame them. That's what I fully expected. I would hope the AI wouldn't want that. Same with Malik Mitchell. They should say you have no one. Yeah, exactly. Okay, thankfully the AI worked correctly, just not our scout. All right, we're going to continue again. Yeah, no trade offers. Oh, now they want to go after Hunter Brown. Okay, now this one makes a little bit more sense, other than the fact he's on 34/32.5 million. Um, so yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening. I don't think. I just don't want to do it. Okay, deadline's passed. Well, that's the deadline. We added we added Weston Lombard at least, who's quite good. So we'll take it. I'm very happy with that. I'm not mad about it at all. There wasn't much we could really do. I forgot to shop like prospects toward the top. I did forget about that. Liao made it to 50 overall. Holy crap. He's only 20. I think we save him. Um, there's no sense to bring him up because there's no sense to bring him up at roster expansion. He's going to be on the active roster next year. Don't even get me started on our outfield. Honestly, that probably means we try to shop Robert Sanchez. He is battling back. He's on actually an insane surge because look at this. Look at this. 67 WRC plus, 80, 40, 94, 65. Like, what is he doing? At least in the last 4 games, he has a hit apiece. He was on pace for, well, he's still on pace for negative 1.1 more, but he was already at negative 1 more, so he brought it back some. I genuinely don't know about this guy. He's weird. He's a weirdo. This dude better be Timo Otani at least. Yeah, he better be. He better be. Is he a two-way player, by the way? I didn't think to check that out for the prospect you were talking about. Have you noticed when you go to deadline page, there's a million offers that you can discuss, but it's like BS trades that can't be accepted, but also ones you never made. Yeah, like you're talking to the ones that were, well, I can't look at it now, but the ones that were talked about and you just never really responded to, so they just kind of stay there and pending or something. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I love that emote, by the way. Cat time. Also, for those of you that actually can't, oh, it's not even ones they send. That's weird. I don't know if I noticed that. Man. But for those of you where it just looks like pleb typed cat time, you can't actually see a moving cat dancing. There's actually an extension you can get called 7TV. That's just a free browser extension. It allows you to see like tons of cool emotes in chat that actually are like animated and stuff. Just in case you guys are like, what the heck are they typing? All right, we're gonna finish the series versus the Braves. We're 64 and 46 at the deadline. 1 game ahead now. Elsewhere, Orioles up by 2 games. Which honestly, now looking back, they did have him on the trade block, but that's probably why they weren't hard pressed to trade. I didn't realize their record was that good. I mean, like I knew they were good, but that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense, and that's a lot more valid. But they had him on the trade block, which is, I don't know. It's his last year, so maybe they're like, if we can get something that's undeniable, we'll take it. Yeah, they're kind of crazy for even putting him on the block, though. By the way, Clemney, we don't even want to talk about this. If you know, you know. That is all I will say. We traded him in December of 2027 because he had a horrible personality, the one that kind of like disturbs the locker room. You can kind of see what he's become. He actually looks okay. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of surprised. Which, to be fair, in that trade, we got. Oh yeah, never mind. I don't want to talk about that trade even more now. We got Ryan Weathers, who proceeded to get hurt in spring training and missed the entire season. Anyways, game 2 versus the Braves. We'll see. Giga Chad, yes, that is another one. You can see if you have the extension. Yes, sick at second base shortstop, nasty with 3 pitches. Oh, his scouting report lines up with Baseball America's. Oh shoot. Okay, okay. We won against Atlanta in game 2, 9-6. We got a player development update though. Willits, his current gap rating went up to 55. He's pretty much almost fully developed, other than his avoid Ks in his eye. His bat report is better in Baseball America than OOTP though. Yeah, I can see that. James Wood, his current power went down to 60. That's what you love to see after an extension. Brian Crowley, Alvin Liao, his current power is up to 60, gap rating up to 50. Oh man, I'm so pumped. You know how rare it's ever been for me for an international amateur free agent to even work out? And then we've got this guy. He's like our very own Connor Griffin. Like, maybe not the actual batting profile, but the fact that he's 20 years old now. He could technically come up now, but I'm gonna be honest, there's just no room. We could throw him in right field. He could play center. He could play everywhere. He probably what'll most likely happen. We play him in center, then we move Robert to right, I think, and then Sanchez probably gets traded. I think that's where I'm at. I don't know. I don't know. We're suffering from a good problem of an absolute logjam and a half at outfield. Seth Stromstad, Enriquez, Villalobos. I don't know if his name is Ramon, Realm Martinez, Robbie Perini, Defoe. He's the guy that got the TCR we were talking about earlier. Ecstatic about that. Ken Sargent. Hara, shit, Sanchez, McIntyre. Yeah, okay. Bunch of random guys at the bottom. More minor league contract extensions. Hesse gets Eastern League Batter of the Month. Milwaukee rookie reels in reward in July. Oh, of course. Sir Jameson Jones has 16 home runs on the year that we shipped to Milwaukee. Willie Conception wins our Florida Complex League Manager of the Year again. I think he's won it every single year. Like, let me see. Does anybody else have PTSD from clicking personnel's names in emails from past OOTPs? I swear, past OOTPs, if you clicked on a staff's name, your game was crashing every time. I remember that. Like, I still get nervous. Yeah, but he won it in 26, 27, 30, and 31. So he took off 28 and 29, apparently. Hmm. What is it? Does it taste bad? Mm-mm. What is that? That's horrible. Did our boy Jimmy Broski sign? He did. He did sign. He did. We'll go look at him now. But yeah, this game it's honestly it's gotten a lot better. Hashtag cooked emoji. Jimmy Broski. Yeah, he's 50 potential now after the new scouting report, which that's how he looked, right? Yeah. But yeah, I haven't had any issues at all with the staff crashing thing. In all seriousness. Yeah, but yeah, he's going to start out in Carolina League. He's off to an okay start. 17 plate appearances, 125 WRC plus. He's at least a 50 there. So ask for another sip, bro. That was gross. I didn't even ask for this sip. She wanted me to try it. You guys probably heard the espresso machine back there humming. You making another one? She's making another one. So if y'all hear more humming, that's what it is. That one wasn't good, to be fair. That was horrible. All right, roster expansion's coming up as well at the end of the month. Oh, this is a 4-game series versus the Braves, and we lose game 3, 1-2. So bottom of the 10th, they walk it off. Carter Bowman, run scoring walk, nice. Yeah, this guy's good. He's a good baseball player. He looks solid. Game 4. Okay, we actually just to win the series 3-1 though. Who pitched this one? Wait, I want to see how Weston's first start went. We faced Skeens that game, by the way. Weston's first start with us was the W. Okay, he had 3 Ks, 3 walks, only 2 hits in 6 innings. No earned. We'll take it. 999 ERA plus and a 95 minus in the season now. Jonathan Lamas wins top hitter in DSL. Our Dominican Summer League team is off to the postseason. Premier player in the Florida Complex League was our own Jake Blue. All right, big 4-game series versus the Phillies and the Reds. The Reds right now are 59 and 53 and lead their division. Phillies are just playing upset right now in the NL East. They're just lingering around, won't go away. Yeah, yeah, solid so far. So and we lose 5-2. Classic. We only had 5 hits. They're 11. Player of the game was Call Steven. Nice. A dude with a 97 ERA plus, a 131 fit minus. Just Went 7 2/3 with only 1 earned. Corbin Burns had a rough day. Our pen was great. 9 strikeouts amongst our pen to Burns 1 in 3 innings. Classic, classic. Game 2, we lose 2-3. Okay, dude. Alfredo Rocha, nope. Bad scouting discovery. Clayton Finley, I'm surprised he actually even took a minor league contract extension. Can we please? No, dude, we're going to get swept by the Phillies. Oh my gosh, this is all the pleb's fault. To knock us back to second place by half a game. I literally called it. The Phillies are just playing upset, dude. They have no business. They have no business even doing that to us. Solid scouting discovery here. What's up, Max? Still more wins? Yes, indeed. Indeed. 7 consecutive stream streak, by the way. That's actually kind of crazy. I won't commit that sin, though. I respect it. I respect it. That's funny. Appreciate you, Max. Okay, we're back. We're back versus the Reds. We're very back. We're not just a little bit back. We're really back because now we're definitely going to sweep them. I told you. I told you. We're going to sweep them. Camilo Duvall, he wants to come back. Camilo, there's a whole Twitch chat that knows that I kind of want to bring you back as well. Don't worry. Game 3. I called it. It's a sweep. Oh my gosh, 13-14 in the 10th. Can we be serious? They had 13 hits to our 12. Bottom of the 8th. They scored 1, or we scored 1. They had 4 runs at the top of the 10th. We had 3 in the bottom. Are you serious? Timely hitting of Lane Thomas to seize the win. The pinch hitter stroked a run-scoring single in the top of the 10th to put the Reds on top 11-10. It was his only hit. And one at bat, of course, because he was a pinch hitter. Yeah, just what an awful day for all the teams. I mean, literally, well, not all the teams, all the pitchers. 5 earned, 3 earned, 2 earned, 1 earned, 2 earned. Yeah, I mean, they just had Schlee who comes in, somehow still perfectly fine to come in to close the game in the freaking 10th at that point. Probably their best reliever, just waiting and ready. Which, to be fair, we had for as well. But, you know, Alfredo Duno gets player of the game. Who was that? He went 2 for 4. He's their catcher. He's having a pretty good year. Dang, 2.6 WAR, 3.9, 2.4. It's pretty good. Armando Sierra. Total stretches a streak to 20. Nothing too crazy. All right, so we couldn't pull out the sweep. We got an off day, then we got the Cubs for 3 in a row. Let's see. Our DSL team sits atop the South Division. You love to see it. The Cubs right now are 61-58. So we're going from the Reds to them is not any better. And then we literally have the Mets, which is going to be tough. And Weston Lombard and Soto, it looks like, are out over there. Weston Lombard's out for 2 to 3 weeks. Classic. Okay. And Soto's out for 6 weeks. GG's. All right, well, De La Torre is coming back. Welcome back. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I think it's time for Devin Randolph is good. Devin Randolph is good to come back. 7 home runs in that game? Was it really? Did I miss that? This one here? 3. Yeah, wow. Holy crap. Sakura, Hearn, Duvall, and then Smith, Chirinos, Louder, and Klein? Yeah, that's wild. That's a good catch. I totally missed that. And the sky is blue. No, you're right. Honestly, we scored 4 in the bottom of the 9th to win this. Oh my gosh. Shout out Jordan Sanchez, who we have just talked so much crap about. Game decided with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th with Washington trailing 7-4. Sanchez jumped on a slider from 30-year-old right-handed pitcher William Bormy and hit a grand slam to right center. Gosh, I wish we could have watched that one live. Lombard went an inning before getting hurt. Same comes in and does really good. Sanchez had 2 stolen bases as well. He's so back. He's so back. Like the fact he is like look at this August. August is his month. 194 WRC plus so far and only 38 plate appearances, but that like wipes the floor with everything else he's done. He's like, I heard you guys might want to trade me. I got to get my stuff together. Shout out to Uribe though with a blown save with 4 earned runs. My guy. Thankfully, Bormy was able to one up him. I think maybe we watched one of the Mets games. It's at the Mets. Game 2 versus Cubs win 8-2. That is huge. Had 10 hits to their 5 in this one. We're now 70 and 52 after that one. Cooper got player of the game. They have Brimner, by the way. Some of you might recognize his name from the Angel series on YouTube. He went 3 Ks, 3 walks, 7 earned. Cooper 8 Ks, 2 walks. I'm telling you, he legitimately might win Cy Young. It is possible, but sadly, Paul Skeens still exists in 2031. But he's on pretty insane pace. A 204 ERA plus a 5.5 WAR. My guy. The ball gave up 2, but Simon Uribe actually didn't give up runs this time. Oh my god, I totally forgot. We're operating with 12 pitchers still. I promoted De La Torre and did not put him in the 5 spot, and then proceeded to. Holy. Okay, yeah, I meant to promote. I was going to be stuck between Patterson or Devin Randolph. Randolph's pretty much ready. I mean, yeah, Randolph can come up. Go ahead and realize the rest of that, because then there's also Varland. Like, we actually have solid depth this year when it comes to relievers. We'll do Randolph. That's my bad. You know what? Randolph has 40 stam, which is funny enough. Probably, if the rest of his attributes were realized a little bit more, I would put him as a stopper. Like, if his control and BABIP could come up a bit more, I would definitely feel confident putting him as a stopper. I think for now we just go middle relief, and then we'll put him as long reliever, second. By the way, Max, I don't know if you're still here, and I know this is random, but I've been getting the iRacing itch again, and I just saw you obviously casually talking about it. Which series did you like to race? Were you more on like the road course side of things? Because I enjoy road course as well, like the road racing side of things, and I also enjoy short track oval racing too. That's probably where my true love is, over there. Also, are you still having fun on Forza, Pleb? I can't lie, I've been seeing people play it a little bit more, and it's kind of itching me a little bit. Is online racing fun though? Because how bad is it with people just straight up griefing? I've done more plate racing than anything lately. Oh, okay, nice. You're your top 2%. Oh, what's up, Bunker? Thank you, man. Appreciate the follow. You're top 2% on the one drag race. Wait, that's pretty crazy. And we sweep a very good Cubs team. Well, I say very good, but I mean they're good enough to be competing for the NL Central. They're 61 and 61 now. We had 13 hits to their 3. Um, Sanchez with another player of the game. He's so back. 1 for 3, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, and another home run to bring him to 16 on the year. Herrera, 7 Ks, 3 walks, 3 earned, 4 Ks for Randolph in his debut game in the MLB. He went 2 2/3 with 4 strikeouts, pitching in just long relief because it was just mop up duty. We were up big at that point. Holy debut for the rookie. You'd love to see that. I'm telling you, he could be a future stopper. It is doable if he realizes more of this control and BABIP. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's watch a Mets game. We'll watch game 1. Wait, who's pitching in this one? Burns? Yeah, we might as well. Burns will be pitching in this one. Let me drop a quick save. Both Glenn coming soon. I have to get used to the GTP again. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've kind of been getting the itch again, but just where I kind of went like full steam ahead with content for OOTP, which I won't say it's slowing down now, but like now that things have leveled out more, maybe that's more of the word. Okay, the Mets are 70 and 52. We are 71 and 52. So pretty big series here. We'll just watch game one because why not? The Marlins are now 4.5 games back. It's literally looking like a repeat of last year, I fear, where it's us and them last week of the year again. Let's see, do we play them? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got them here. Then a big break, two tough series versus the Marlins coming up. But they're not bad. In September, we have them at the end of the month. Yep, they're literally our last series of the year. You can't make it up. I can see the future now. This is rough. This is rough. Yo, Johnny Fury, thank you, man. Thank you so much for the follow. Nolan McLean on the bump. Burns on the bump for us. Yeah, he is already. Yeah. They're literally their top five. Voit, Reimer, Binge, Soto, and then Joey Ortiz. You get through that, it slows down a lot for him. I mean, Crawford's hitting 234, 240, 214, 221. Like their back half of their lineup is literally their back half. Versus us, we got Arias hitting 308, Fitzgerald 277, 242. Respectable for Contreras, but I'm ready. Let's get it. Hang on, let me put in my earbuds because I do not know how loud this is about to be. I just realized I didn't even have my earbuds in this whole time. Thankfully, I can actually see the alerts going off now because I obviously couldn't hear them. All right, you guys brace yourselves. Don't know how loud it's going to be. I'll be ready to adjust it. Looks okay right now. Figured we'll watch a game. Why not? Kind of in the mood to watch one. I usually don't watch a ton middle of the season. All right, Dylan Cruz is leading it off. Okay, we'll stay in one pitch mode. Cruz, Irvin, and Sanchez all on fire. They all got the flame. Hopefully they can keep it up. Full count to Cruz, and he goes down swinging. Is it possible for both teams to lose? Only a Phillies fan would say that. Jordan Irvin, and he gets hit in an 0 count. Trainer examines his right foot, and it's not serious. He can remain in the game. Okay. All right, Nolan, we got you. Don't worry. We see what kind of game this is. And Irvin's just going to get into second easily. Yeah, it's going to be really, really hard. It's going to be really tough. I think it was kind of that way. I'd have to look at the bracket because, yeah, the East was just like this last year. I think it was the Phillies last year. One out, by the way. Woods and Irvin on first and second. The hot hitter in Sanchez is up, who's been struggling this year, but August has been a different beast for him. Oh. Smacks this one to left. This one's going to be caught. Wait. Dang, he got that in fast. He does make the catch, though. Runners can't go either. Ethan Bass with 2 outs. He goes on swinging. We strand the runners. That's tough. Burns versus Voit. 2-2. Hit softly up the middle. Willits runs to it, but it's hit just soft enough that Voit reaches base. He's pretty fast. He might try to steal here. Jacob Reimer, 0-0 delivery. This one's hit extremely hard, and that is not a 2-run home run. I thought it was, but it might score the runner from first. Nope, it did not. Runners on second and third with Carson Benj up now. This got very scary for Burns fast. 2-2 count. And he gets hit. All right, bases loaded for Juan Soto. You cannot make this up. I do not know why I watch games live. Okay, Soto goes down looking. Please, we've made it through the chunky part of the lineup. 0-1. Double play. Double play. Please. Well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was so close at first. We are blessed. Let's go. We get out of that. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Eli Willits, 0-2. Smacks this one to left field. Left fielder's back and just shy of the warning track. William Contreras, 2-2. Been tons of 2-2 counts today. He goes down swinging. Full count for it. And he goes down looking, actually. And all right. Both sides just going to strike out. Nope, this is actually going to get down for Parada. No, it's not, actually. Holy crap, I'm misjudging bad today. 2 outs, 1-1. Willits fields it. Out number 3. All right, we're going to skip the runners in scoring position. All right, well, we just had a solo shot, I guess. For James, no, Wood's on second. No, Wood probably just hit an RBI double. Yeah, he just hit an RBI double. We'll take it, though. All right. Sanchez at the plate. Wood on second base with 2 outs. Hit the left. This is not going to get down. That'll be out number 3. Top of the 4th, still scoreless for the Mets. Bottom of the 4th now. Burns still in the game. Nolan McLean still in for the Mets. Top of the 5th. Still nothing. Quiet one so far. Top of the 6th. I shouldn't have said that out loud. McLean facing Irvin. I'm going to watch this one. I got a feeling that he was going to strike out is what I meant to say. Skipping ahead now. Runners on first and second in Seaver King and Jordan Sanchez. Ethan Bass at the plate. 0-1 delivery. Both runners go. It's a double steal, and they're both in there safely. Double play is now off at least. Ethan Bass full count. And he walks. Bases loaded with Eli Willett stepping in. 1-2 count. He goes down swinging. William Contreras trying to keep us alive. Hit down the third base line, and that's going to be out number 3. We strand the bases loaded and get no insurance there. That's tough. Mets have a runner on second now with 1 out, with Carson Benj at the plate. 0-2 delivery to him. He pops this one up on the infield. Irvin gets under that for out number 2. Juan Soto, 1-2, big spot. Slaps this one to left. Wood racing back, just shy of the warning track. He'll catch it for out number 3. He kind of hopped for that one. That looked weird. Top of the 7th. Raniel. He's pinch hitting now. And he's going to fly out to left. Devin Fitzgerald, full count. He drew a walk last time he was up, apparently, but this time he's going to go down swinging. Dylan Cruz, 1-1. And it's a liner straight to the first baseman for out number 3. Oh, no. The Mets score 1. It's 1-1 now, bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. They must have just had a solo home run from, Parada. That is so tough. 0-1 delivery now to Lofton. It's over Irvin's head. Wood hustles to try and get this one in. And he slides into second safely with 2 outs. 1-2. Wood will catch this one, though, round number 3. But not before the Mets get one back. Jordan Irvin. 1-2 count again. And he pops this up down the first base line in foul territory for out number 1. Classic. Ronnie Cruz, 2-2 count. He goes down looking. Jordan Sanchez, full count. Keep us alive, please. He goes down swinging as well. Uribe still in the game. Facing Voigt now in the bottom of the 8th. And this one gets down. That is extremely loud all of a sudden. What the hell? About deafened me. 3-1 to Reimer. He walks with no outs. Carson Benj now. Neighbors walks Reimer, and this one's hit down the first baseline. We can't get 2. Yeah, was that really loud for you too, Pikachu? I'm going to turn it down a tiny bit. I don't know why it, randomly jumped up like that. There we go. All right, intentionally walk Soto to have the double play on to face Joey Ortiz. Bases loaded for Joey Ortiz. It's always on my end? Okay. Gets him swinging. All right, Justin Crawford, please. Tyson Neighbors, full count. Walks one in. The Mets are up 2-1. Kevin Parada, who hit the solo home run to tie up the Mets at the first place, goes down swinging, but not before they score. Yeah, it's weird. Obviously, I have it adjusted way down for you guys in OBS, but for me, it's weird, isn't it? Ethan Bass, top of the 9th. This is our last chance now. They bring in their closer. He ranks second in saves this year so far, it says. But he outruns that little dribbler to the third baseline. That's Duran, obviously. On the mound, Eli Willits, 2-1. Runner goes. It's going to be close. He's safe. That is huge. No longer double play. 3-1 count to Willits. Duran smacks this from the left. It might get down. It is. This might score the runner. Him stealing is going to do just enough to help us tie it up here in the top of the ninth. That is huge. No outs. William Contreras at the plate. 2-2 delivery. Smacks this from the left. This is going to get... Wow, what a play. That is so loud. That was actually a really good play by Lofton. Roniel goes down swinging. Fitzgerald, 0-1. Smack down the third baseline. The runner might be able to score from first. He's pretty quick. No, that's not going to happen. He got a favorable bounce off the wall. He only makes it to... Wait, no, he did score. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that. I thought he was going to make it to third. That is ginormous. Dylan Cruz. More insurance, please. Not quite. He's going to ground out for out number 3. Bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Mets now as we bring in Ferrer. 0-0 delivery. Or, well, that's a lie. 2-2 delivery. Gets him looking for out number 1. Thankfully, we're facing the worst part of their lineup here. This one's hit on the ground to Willits at second. He throws it to Fitzgerald at first for out number 2. Mitch Voigt trying to keep the Mets alive. 1-2 delivery. And it's hit back to Ferrer on the mound. He delivers the first for out number 3. And we survive. That was actually an insane game. I don't know. That was wild. They scored in the bottom of the 7th and the 8th, but we get 2 back in the top of the 9th. Thanks to a clutch hit by Fitzgerald down the third baseline. Honestly, it was great great base running as well from, I think it was Roniel, wasn't it? I think. It was him or Willits. I can't remember. Either way, Burns, 6 inning, 4 Ks, no earned, 5 hits. Uribe with the blown save. Classic. Good day for McLean, but it wasn't enough. Nice. Thankfully, I thought we were going to get crushed. That insane holding the bases loaded that one time was huge earlier in the game for Burns. See how the rest of this Mets series goes. Game 2, we take it as well, 7-2. Oh, this is beautiful. The more we can rack up now over them, the less of an issue they'll be at the end of the season. Ethan Bass with player of the game. 3 for 4, 2 runs, 1 RBI, striking out once. Game 3, we can't sweep them though. Of course, we lose it 0-3. On 8 hits to their 5, we score none. We have 2 errors. Player of the game was Ryan Weathers, who we were just talking about earlier. 2 Ks, 1 walk, 5 hits in 5 innings. De La Torre gave up 2 earned, 5 Ks. Not that bad of a day overall. Just no runs. We stranded 20 on base to their 10. So off day. Then we got the Rangers and the Marlins. The Marlins are very scary. Davis Sanchez, yeah. A great scouting discovery. Alex Aguilar actually doesn't look, terrible for a scouting discovery, I guess. The Rangers are currently 65-60, so they're not a terrible team. They're 1 game back from a tough division lead over there as well. I mean, all the way down to the Athletics, who are in 4th, are only 3 games back. Yeah, big win for sure. Big win for sure. Yeah, the Marlins are scary. So we'll see what happens. These next 2 series, take that one 5-1, 9-0. Oh my gosh, 10-0. We hold them to 1 run in 3 games. We score, freaking 24 runs in 3 games? Game 1, we take it 2-0, or 5-1, sorry. I saw the 2-0 in the 9th. Player of the game in that one was Cooper, the Cy Young candidate, 4 Ks, 2 walks. Game 2 was 9-0. We shut him out. They held him to only 3 hits. What a day for Herrera. 7 1/3, 6 Ks, 2 hits. He gets player of the game. Wait, Bass was hurt while running the bases. Okay, he's okay. Whew, I was scared. Irvin gets his 28th home run. Wood gets his 19th. Yeah, pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, and that first one. Yeah, that one we had 4 runs in the 3rd. But yeah, we poured it on early and that one. Wait, which one was it? This one? Oh, yeah, they got all 3 in the 1st. You're right. That's tough. Literally could do nothing after. Was it a big 2-run home run for the Mets in the bottom of the 1st? Yeah. That's rough. That's a good catch. Then 10-0 in the last one. We held them to 2 hits. Wait a minute. Okay, 6 hits in that one. But then 3. We held them to 5 hits in the last 2 games. We scored 3 in the top of the 9th with that one just to pour it on. Player of the game was Corbin Burns again. He had 6 strikeouts, 6 walks, 112 pitches. He went 7 2/3 with no hits. He did have a bunch of walks, though. Randolph comes in, he strikes out 1, walks 2, gives up 2 hits, but does solid enough. He's been pretty good in his 3 appearances so far. Only 1 earned run, which was against the Mets. Yeah, incoming 6-game loss streak. Do not put that on us, please. Please. All right, I want to see how good that helped. 2.5 games ahead. The Mets just aren't letting up. The Marlins don't want to go away. Yeah, and I mean literally the top 3 in the NL wild card: Mets, Marlins, Phillies, the Diamondbacks, and Dodgers. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. Yeah, sadly though, it sucks that Paul Skeens exists because Cooper has 5.7 WAR, but Skeens has 7.4. And just for a little bit of clarity on that, yeah, it's not happening for Cooper. That's very unfortunate. I mean, even then, Chase Burns has 5.9, is a 57 fit minus this year, 1.05 whip, which I think Cooper still stats wise is better than Burns. But Skeens, yeah, not really. I can't lie. They're pretty similar. That's tough. All right. Marlins. Who's starting? Sakura, De La Torre. As far as injuries, Lombard's back in a week. Okay. Marlins then Rockies, who are 60 and 67. They fell off. They slowed down a lot. Game 1, we take it 8-3. Game 2, we win at 6-4. Oh, James Wood goes out for 4 days. Day-to-day injury. That's fine. That's fine. Severity at least minimal. Yeah, so he'll be benched for 4 days. That's okay. He'll just miss 4 days. We're not going to put him on the IL for that. 6-4 in the 10th, though, where we scored 2 in the top of the 10th. Player of the game was De La Torre. 3 hits, 6 Ks. We traded for a starter, and he's like, I'll show you guys. Dylan Ross and Ferrer tried their best to ruin it for us, but thankfully that didn't happen. Uribe gets credited with the save, though. In the first one that we won 8-3, they had 12 hits as well, but they didn't do as much with it. They left 27 on base. Yikes. That's very Chicago White Sox under Plevish. 6 Ks, 1 walk, 2 earned. Randolph again. Randolph gets credited with a dub. Ethan Bass gets credited with player of the game. 4 for 5, scoring 3 times, 2 RBIs. He's up to 22 doubles on the year. Willits gets his 14th homer. Bass gets his 12th. Lovely, lovely. Yeah. So far we avoid the pleb curse of the 6-game loss streak. Today it should be back to the top of the rotation. Yeah, Cooper again. And we win that one 5-2. We sweep the Marlins. We're cruising right now. August has been amazing to us. Willis gets player of the game. Cooper goes 7 innings. He only strikes out 2, but he only walks 1 and gives up 2 earned. So can't complain too much. What did Willits do? 2 for 4. Irvin hits his 30th homer. Willits had a 2 home run game. 16 runs. Or 16th of the season. Sorry. We get 1 more in the top of the 8th to like get a little bit more insurance there. Our Dominican Summer League team wins round 1 of their playoffs again, like they always do. I'm gonna drop a quick save because this is going way too well. You meant win? Oh, okay, yeah. Typo. They happen. Typos. I get it. I get it. Yeah, because I mean it was a 6-game W streak. Would have been a lot more had that 1 loss to the Mets not happened. Holy crap. Struggling Rockies team at home, and then we go away to Miami again. Division wise, we're still 3.5. We're 3.5 games ahead now. We're 9-1 in the last 10. That really set the Marlins back very, very bad. That kind of gives the Diamondbacks a lot more hope. I mean, I don't want to give any team hope, but especially the Dodgers. They gave them a lot of hope too. The Phillies are trying to hold on to that spot. There's a certain spot where you just have to wonder who's going to like plateau finally. Game 1 versus Colorado. The win streak stays alive 4-3. Top of the 9th. They get 1 back, but it wasn't enough. Player of the game was Herrera, who I feel like I've been saying that a ton. Pretty much every start. So good for him. I'm actually thrilled this is panning out. He's been amazing. Back-to-back 3 WAR seasons since trading for him from Toronto. Like, I'm thrilled with that. Yeah, 6 Ks, 1 walk, 2 earned. Lovely. Cruz pounds NL pitchers this week. All right. Yeah, he picks up player of the week. He's on pace for 5 WAR. 30 home runs on the year so far. On pace for 37. That contract has been great to us. I can't lie. There's a chance he opts out after this year, which honestly, given the timing of like how deep our outfield is, like we always have that backup plan just lurking. Like guys like even Sam Peterson can do a job, but Ernesto Cruz if we really needed him, Justin Walker, like these guys are here. Carlos Bautista, Derek Bryant gets Player of the Week. He's the guy we tried to put in that trade for what's his name? Game 2 versus the Rockies. It ends there. We fall 1-3. We got Player of the Game. Maverick Rizzi. That guy again. 7 Ks, 1 walk, 1 earned. Dollander gets the save. That's interesting. They got to come out of the pen. We started 31 games for him last year and had 3 WAR, but this year they're like, you're coming out of the pen. To be fair, he doesn't look that great, but I mean, it worked for him last year. Burns gets credited with the L. Randolph gives up a run in relief, but really we just neither team had a lot of hits. It was a pitching duel. We had 5 hits, so they're 4, and they just get 3 runs out of 4 hits. What can you do? I guess. What can you do? They did walk 4 times. We only walked once, so that probably ended up being the deal breaker. Game 3, Lombard's ready to come back. We do win Game 3, 3-1. Lombard, just to be safe, we'll do a rehab assignment. It's not been super long, but we'll do it just for a little bit. Just gives enough time for De La Torre to get another start under his belt here. Let's see if we end up regretting it. Let's see how bad that kicks us. We win 3-1 in that one. We get all 3 runs in the first 4 innings, and then no more after that. Sakura gets Player of the Game. 7 strikeouts. He's been really good this year, man. I'm surprised. I don't know how he keeps doing it, but he's been 2+ WAR every season since he's come up. Well, other than 2028, he didn't have a full season there, but he potentially could have hit. If he would have got his 40 more innings, he could have hit 2 WAR probably. It's kind of nuts. What did that say? Oh, by the way, 25th save for Fur. Okay. Not that Uribe guy. Shout out Waves. All right, game 4 versus the Rockies. We win it. So wow, the timing is insane. De La Torre goes down for 1 to 2 weeks. It's moderate effect. Thankfully, Lombard is ready to come back. Well, he had a good game. I mean, we win that one in the 10th, bottom of the 10th anyway. Clutch hit from shortstop Ronnie Cruz in the bottom of the 10th, a run-scoring single to win the game. De La Torre, 4 Ks, 1 walk, 2 earned. We are so lucky. I mean, it sucks that he gets hurt, but like, he also gets Player of the Game. Man, I genuinely kind of feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. Since making that trade, he's been insane. Like, let me go to the splits. May was pretty solid. August, like, look at this, 27 innings, literally after the trade, 241 ERA plus. His FIP minus has still been below average, but yeah, no, now he goes down for 2 weeks, and Lombard just had a rehab start, so like that's kind of perfect. He gets 1 start under his belt. He did only go like 3 innings, but they didn't need him much. But they didn't start him. He got a save. He still threw 3 innings. That's better than nothing, I guess. Could have just been 1. Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put, I guess, De La Torre on the IL for 15 days. Go ahead and bring Lombard back, and he'll go back into his 5 spot. That crazy coincidence that it worked out that way. Yeah, we looked at that. All right, another tough series versus a good Marlins team. I'm gonna drop a quick save. Surely the Mets slipped up a little bit, right? Surely. Because we needed them to slip bad. Like, really bad. Yo, Hungry Hobo, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we're 5 games ahead. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They're just not slipping enough. They're staying above 500 in their last 10 consistently. Don't like that. It's actually kind of wild to see Dylan Cruz second for stolen bases. I mean, like, he's not bad. He has 75 stealing ability. Honestly, this needs to be cranked way more up for him. He could have even more, but him being at 38 already when 38 was his high last year is what kind of caught me off guard. Seeing him over here on the leaderboard. Cooper is 3 ERA plus points behind Skeens, 208 to 211. Just wanted to let you know Amody Hayes is back. Oh Lord, he's back. Did she get buffs or nerfs in that patch. Exactly. So I don't, or was it just kind of neutral? I know Mirage. I think Mirage was pretty neutral. And then we proceed to lose in the 10th inning the next game. That's tough. Back to back 10 inning games. They scored 2 on the top of the 10th to our 1 in the bottom. Jesse Cooper gets player of the game. Sadly, Ferrer gets credited with the L. That's tough. Dang, Eddie Rodriguez gets his 41st save at the end of August. Not sure? Okay. You're good. I just wasn't sure. Only had 6 hits today. Game 2. Oh no. We lose that one 1-5. Yikes. Here we go. Tanya gets player of the game? Oh man. This ain't good. Because I've got a bad feeling. They're 4 games back. I want to win the division this year so bad. Game 3, we bounce back 13-6. We can still split this one. 18 hits. 18 hits. James Wood gets player of the game. First time I saw his name for player of the game in a minute. He's been like having a quietly good season, but like, it's James Wood. He still had a really good season, but I expected him to make a little bit more noise than he has. I'm on the fence about buying this game. Really? Well, what's got you on the fence a little bit? What can't you decide on? I'll try to help you out with anything that you're unsure about. Plus, it is on sale right now, which you might already know that. You think I got it? I hope so. I hope. I've earned from Burns, but thankfully we were just crushing the ball because otherwise, yikes! Because they score 6 in the top of the second to literally tie the game. It was 6-0. Top of the second, they got all of those back. Then our offense comes back in the bottom of the 4th and is like, let's go ahead and run this up to 10 real fast because that was not enough. You like stats in baseball? Also a question? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, stats baseball, and if you enjoy the management side of like of sports games, like if you catch yourself playing like MLB The Show or any sports games like 2K, and you would rather play the like franchise side of the games and even Madden like NFL football, if you get yourself enjoying the like general manager side of the game, then yeah, it's very great. And we did always the anticlimactic save at the end of a month. The Cincinnati Reds have played their home games in more ballparks, 9, than any other team. And we lose the series. Yikes. That's tough. Walsh crushes 3 home runs against New Hampshire. Nationals crowned King of the North. Fredericksburg Nationals stand alone as Kings of the North. Another player development update. Randolph with a little bit more love. His stuff goes up to 55. Just don't know all the players like that. That's fair. I mean, so eventually, like if you play enough, to be honest, you'll just like learn them, obviously. But then two, that's honestly not a big part of it. I think even if I went in blind to not knowing the players, obviously it helps if you kind of have like a favorite team to start the game with and you kind of know everybody. But one good side of that is you don't have that sentimental attachment to the players and feeling which you will eventually get as you play. But you won't have that sentimental attachment where you feel inclined to like keep someone just because, you know, no strings attached. You'll be able to move people on easier if you need to and stuff, maybe. Plus, eventually, everybody becomes newly generated players, right? They'll eventually age out of age out of the game. They'll retire, if you play long enough, and it'll be all made up people anyway. You can actually start a save with all made up people if that makes you feel better too. Like you can do like a fictional league, stuff like that. Wait, did Llama's his potential go up? His potential jumped 5 points. Well, it's jumped 10 over the course of this year. It also helps you learn the players and teams done. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's up, Barfetta? Hey, your guides have been very useful to me. I played for 7 seasons and got into 2 World Series with the Pirates and lost both. No, I love to hear that though. That's really tough about the World Series. That's awesome though. I'm glad they've helped you out. That's sick. That World Series is coming though. It's coming. Although I know that window can be tiny with the Pirates sometimes. So hopefully that window loops back around for you. But that's awesome, man. You got to let me know whenever you finally pull it off, though. I'm gonna be honest though, dude. Once you make playoffs, after that, it's a crapshoot. You could be the best team in baseball. Good luck. That's all I know. That's all there is to it. Making it is majority of the battle. Once you get there, it doesn't matter what your record is, anything can happen. Because a 162 game season gets like condensed down to like a 5 game series, and you just gotta hope the bats and pitching are hot at the right time. It's tough. Also, again, I cannot overstate how huge this Jordan Sanchez bounce back has been. He is now in the positive 1.3 WAR. He was negative 1 WAR at one point. Negative 1 WAR. Like, look at this. This August, he put up 1.8 alone. I swear, I think they can hear me talk to him through my mic. Because whenever we talk crap about De La Torre a little bit, we traded to upgrade upon him. He had like a career month. A 2 game series versus the Braves, by the way. That's super random. Both at home. Then we got the Dodgers and the Padres. The Padres are 77 and 61. Yikes. Dodgers 71. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, 76 and 62 Angels. Are we serious? And then we got like a sneaky good Braves team here. And then we've got like, oh my gosh. The second place Dodgers, the first place Padres, the first place Angels, the Phillies who are here just to ruin our day again, the Cardinals who are hopefully going to be the easiest bunch, the Tigers who are second in their division with 78 wins. Nah, this month is doomed. This month is doomed. I hope you guys are ready because this is insane. This is actually insane. 4-3 against the Twins and 4-0. Oh man, against the White Sox. That is no way. Game 7. Well, if it makes you feel better, not that it does, but this was the playoffs last year for us. Game 7 against the Mariners after we were up 3-2. If I remember correctly. Game 7 versus the Mariners. Yep, that's tough. Don't worry, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. All right, so who's pitching? Lombard, Cooper, Herrera. Quick glance at the standings again. 3 games ahead of the Mets. We're both 6-4 in our last 10. We cannot slip. We cannot slip. Honestly, the slip that we just had is it's unacceptable. We lose that one 3-6. That was a horrible slip. Sadly, we did face McCurry, who's very, very good. Here we go, though. Oh, we lose 2-4 to the Braves. That's tough. Lombard, 4 Ks, 2 walks, 3 earned. He gets player of the game. Fitzgerald gets hurt while running the bases. He's out day to day for 5 days. That's not great. Great day from their starter in Newton. To be fair, I don't know how he didn't get player of the game. Probably because he just went less innings. One hit. Yeah, that's tough. We left 9 on base. They left 9 on base as well. Game 2, can we just... Okay, we split this little 2-game series. We went at 5-1. Jesse Cooper gets player of the game. 5 Ks, 2 walks. Dude, I want him to win Cy Young so bad. Can we just pretend Paul Skeens doesn't exist for 1 year? I beg. I beg. That was actually against Paul Skeens, right? Should be. No, it was against Funderburk. Why didn't that line up for Skeens? I don't know. Just weird timing, I guess. Either way, Uribe gets the save. All right, we got an off day. This is horrible month. Horrible. How the Mets look. The 2 games back now. Oh god. We can't slip, dude. This is what happened last year. I want to be so mad. Last year we choked the division win on the second to last week of the month. And we play the Mets as the last series of the season. Game 1 versus the Dodgers, we lose 4-5. Game 2, we win 8-6. Dominican Summer League team wins round 2. Javier Rodriguez, new scouting discovery. He's just, yeah, I mean, holy crap. That personality is so good. It's so good that I think he should spend more time with his family and he just shouldn't even play baseball. That's how good of a personality that is. Melvin Boris. All right. Won that one 8-6. We get one in the bottom, or they get one in the bottom of the 9th. It wasn't good enough. Player of the game was Cruz. What did he do? Oh, Otani's back healthy. That's bad news for literally everybody. Cruz went 2 for 4, 3 RBIs and a walk. He had 2 home run games. He's up to 33 on the year. I think he was projected to finish with like 37, I want to say. Game 1 that we lost 4-5. They got that 5th one in the bottom of the 8th. Player of the game with the Bo Bichette. Are they still trotting him out at? Okay, no, he's at 3rd. I swear they had him playing center field at one point. Yeah, I don't understand what that was about, but Bichette went 2 for 4. All right, game 3 versus the Dodgers, please. Oh, dude, every game was decided by 2 runs or less. We lose 3-4. You get their 4. They score all 4 in the bottom of the 3rd. Are we serious? Padromo got player of the game. Rough day for Sakura. 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 4 Ks. That is so tough. All right, very good Padres team. They're even better than the Dodgers right now. Yeah, they're very good. This Bottenfield guy is gross. Ethan Salas is gross. Tatis is still very solid player at age 32. Luis Hernandez, he has 6.7 WAR this year. They got him in a trade in 2027 with the Padres. Did he? No, he's been like that. Where did they trade? Wait, am I blind? I am blind. It was up here. Or with the Giants. Victor Gonzalez, Dejin Macarez? I'm saying that wrong. And Andy Polanco. Holy crap. In exchange for Mason Miller. So they sent them Mason Miller and all of these prospects plus Hernandez. Wait, no, I'm saying that backwards. The Giants sent Hernandez plus all these prospects for Miller, and Miller's now on the Yankees. Wow, that has worked so well for them. They have Langford and Mydroth as well, who they traded for. They've been active over there. It's worked out. All right, very tough series though. Then we got the first place Angels coming up. We take game 1 8-1. I actually very surprised. Fitzgerald wins Player of the Week. Dang, every single game was a 2-hit game except for one where he went 1 for 3, and in that one he walked. Game 1 we went 8-1. Obviously, we had 11 hits to their 5. Player of the game was Lombard. Shout out Lombard. We got him at the deadline. 3 Ks, 3 walks, 1 earned, 4 hits. Game 2. Yes, 7-1. Okay, this is huge. This series is possibly everything. We're now 87-60 on the year. Jesse Cooper, 4 Ks, 1 walk, 5 hits through 7 innings, 17-4 on the year. Thankfully, the offense shows up and actually gives them run support, which I don't know what pitcher would get run support with this offense, to be fair. Game 3, can we sweep them? Well, we cannot. Herrera goes down for 5 days, moderate effect. De La Torre is ready to come back in 3 days' time. He'll be good to go before his next start again. He only went 1 1/3 in that one. He gave up 3 earned. That's tough though that he got hurt. That's probably why he gave up the 3. I would like to think. Our pen didn't do any favors though. They each gave up 1 apiece as far as Randolph, Simon, and Ross. Pena gets player of the game. Jeremy Pena, 33 now. Still really good at defensively at short. Hmm. All right, much needed off day. And then a good Angels team, assuming they haven't slipped. Okay, they slipped a little bit. They did, but I mean, they're still good. They're 79-67. They've got Ben Rice at catcher. They got Javier Salazar at first. Javi Rodriguez at shortstop. This guy's a freak. 4.2 WAR this year. This guy's really good. Although he shouldn't be playing short, but you know what can you do? It's the AI for you. Rada, Adele. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A few more rockers there. All right, game 1 versus the Angels. Who are we going to have pitching here? Burns, Sakura, Lombard. All right, let's check on them. Oh my gosh, the Mets aren't slipping at all. They're actually gaining ground. We almost sweep the Padres, and they gain ground. They're 8-2 in their last 10. You cannot make this up. This is literally just like last year, dude. Oh man, I'm scared. All right, game one. GG's. De La Torre's ready to come off the IL. It's roster expansion time, so he can just come over. He can stay here. We'll put him long relief, emergency starting pitcher. I would like to keep rolling with Lombard, I believe. We could slide him over if for whatever reason Herrera isn't ready. We lose game 1, 2-4, though. Ah, man. Player of the game, Marshall Kozowski, their starter. All right, game 2. We lose it as well, 2-4. Nice, nice. Man. Christopher Sanchez on the bump for them. 5 Ks through 8 and 1/3. Jeez. Wow, okay, they actually gave him 4 years. I thought he was going to get another 1-year rental deal in free agency, but I forgot. I guess, obviously, they gave him 4 years, 15.6 per. Sakura with a great game. 7 strikeouts, 1 earned. 6 hits, and then Uribe, just 3 earned runs, dude. This guy. I'm taking him out of setup role. He's going back to middle relief. And then I think we go, like, honestly, Neighbors setup, and then we go, could do Heron for the lefty option, but I don't know if I really, really trust him. We're choking so hard. Wow, dude, I know, man. This is horrible. This is horrible. We'll go Saime as well. No, let's go. We'll leave Saime like that, and then we'll just go use more often. And then I just want to make sure I touch this up a little bit. I think this is fine. This is fine. Did you pull off that trade, by the way, Christopher? All right, game 3. We get swept. We're choking. We are choking. We are choking. We are choking. That's 4 in a row. And then De La Torre takes the loss. He gives up 3 earned. Lombard just gets hurt again. Day to day for 2 weeks. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. Our pen was horrible. I mean, theirs wasn't great, but man, 3 earned, 3 earned, 2 earned, 1 earned. Like, and that's going to be good enough to lose the division. We're now tied. Oh, man. They're 86-63. We're 87-64. Tied for the division. This is tough. Day off. Then we got the Phillies, who are just, they've been upset, like upset city every time we play them. They're 75-75. They're just in a good division. They're not a terrible team. Starting, we're at least going to have Cooper and Herrera. Is Herrera healthy now? Yeah, he's fine. Game 1. Okay, we bounce back 4-2. Thank God, dude. Okay, Cooper with a great day. Gets player of the game again. I think he's gotten player of the game dang near every time he started. I'm not joking. Game 2, please. We lose. Dylan Cruz goes down for 2 to 3 weeks. Yes. Yes. I love baseball. I love baseball so much. He goes on the 10-day IL. Weston Lombard is out for 1-2. I think we're going to have to move De La Torre over. We'll put Weston at like long relief, emergency starter. No, you let it go for now. I don't blame you. Brendan Bernard, a prospect hits for the cycle, by the way. On rookie ball. Cannonballers win 2031 round 1. Oh, our Fredericksburg minor league team gets knocked out of the playoffs pretty fast. Okay, well, now we have to fix our offense. That's tough. I mean, thankfully, we don't, our offense will suck. He was hitting DH as well. Sadly, our backups, though, have just been not hitting well, like 82, 69, 52, 61. So I don't know if necessarily anyone on the active roster steps into that DH role. I think, obviously, we will bring up a bat, though. Hey, it's not going to be Calvin. I don't want to. I think he would still qualify for Rookie of the Year at this point if we were to bring him up for next year. I don't know if it's worth rushing him right now. I think right now I probably just want to go like Ernesto Cruz, or we could even do an infielder to be fair, but we just kind of got the luxury of either one. I have Daniel Hernandez. He's going to be probably our backup catcher next year, potentially starting catcher. There's also Angel. who has more defensive options. Um, Forgot about Walker too. Our outfield is just crazy deep. Merlot. Like if I go all outfield, I think I'm gonna go Ernesto. We'll bring Ernesto up. Ernesto Cruz, and then now at DH, I do trend toward Lewis regardless. Like I think most of his appearances are just like little spot starts when dudes are tired. He did good in both of those, to be fair. 2 for 5, 1 for 4. Then the pitch hit opportunities. I mean, he's getting a small sample size to prove himself every time. You got a walk here. He might have got hit by pitch in this one because he still scored but didn't walk. We'll move Lewis up. We'll slide Ronnie, and then let's bring Cruz at. We'll just bring Cruz here. Cruz can play right as well, right? Yeah. Dude, we've got so many. Hold up. I just realized something. We have Ernesto Cruz. We have Ronnie Cruz, both spelt the same way. And then we have Dylan Cruz spelt the white dude way. That's crazy. Okay, I think this is good. Let me remove Raniel. Put Ernesto here. Ronnie. Something like that. Copy. Paste. Okay. As far as lineup now though, I think let me see. Ethan going back to lead off would be perfect. Honestly, you know what? I think this is good. I think this is ideal. Yeah, I think that's ideal. Let me drop a quick save. Oh man, that's just horrible timing. We need to go check real quick and see how the Mets did real fast. Standings. Okay, they're 1.5 back. That's good. They're 4-6 in their last 10 as well. We're literally matching each other. They're on a 5-game losing streak though. That's what we can't do. Melvin Boris, just a new scouting report. Harrisburg narrowly wins Southwest Division. That's our minor league system team again. Little day off. Need that. As far as on the IL, Soto's back in 3 days. Cruz is not back for 2 weeks, and that is a big loss, by the way, to the offense. Like he had 2 hits apiece in each game, the last 3. We still got one more spot on the pitching side of things. We could. You know what? No, I know it's expanded rosters, but I'm gonna go with my gut here. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Okay. Cardinals, who are 70 and 83. Not fully eliminated yet, but they're getting close. Um, no Rager or Norgar. Hopefully, I said that right. Thank you for the follow. And we got a tough Tigers team who are 88 and 65, and if it wasn't for the Twins, they'd be leading their division. So, game 1 versus the Cards, we fall 1-3. Game 2, we win 5-4 in the 10th. That's not good. We do not need these extra inning games this late in the season. Our lone run came in the top of the 9th. We got 2 hit. We only got 2 hits in this one. Burns gave up 3 earned. Sadly, our offense just was non-existent, man. We only left 4 on base. That'll happen when you only get 2 hits. James Wood had one of our 2 hits, and then Fitzgerald had the other. A couple walks from Willits and Contreras, but that was it. Crazy day from Robers. He 6 2/3, 1 hit, 6 Ks. Tried our best after they brought in their closer in the top of the 9th. Wasn't enough. But we have clinched playoffs at least. That part is for sure, which was expected, let's be honest. But we haven't clinched the division yet. We're 2 games ahead of the Mets, who are 2 and 8 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Yeah, okay, so this one that we won in the 10th. Top of the 10th, we get our 1 run to win 5-4. Player of the game went to Arias. Score had a weird outing, but the pin really did well compared. Like theirs just blew it for him. Who got player of the game? Oh yeah, Robert. He went 3 for 4 in the day with 3 RBIs. He have a big homer? No, he didn't. He had a double though. All All right, game 3 versus the Cards. We win 10-7. Huge. James Wood is out for 4 days. I am scared because he's starting to pick up these little lingering day-to-day injuries now. And I'm scared that it's going to lead to something more going into the postseason. But we don't like that. We don't like that. But we do like the win. 10-7 on 16 hits. Rough day. What a oh dude, De La Torre wasn't what happened here? Last time he pitched was 4 days ago. Why was he still and it was 31 pitches out of the pen. Why was he still not 100%? So Lombard got the start and he did horrible. He's on a day-to-day injury. And it forced him to start where he's a emergency starting pitcher. Thankfully it worked out, but he gave up 5 earned, 3 home runs. Randolph went 3 1/3 and did solid enough. I mean, only 1 earned, but no Ks, no walks either, though. That was a weird game. That's very unfortunate that Lombard got thrown into the fire like that. I guess that's pretty much my fault, but hmm, that's annoying. I thought he would definitely be rested in time before that. That's my fault for not checking. Either way, thankfully, we're back at the top of our rotation here. We're going to have, if Cooper pitches now, he should be able to pitch again for the Mets series. So yeah, we got the Tigers coming up. Where do the Mets sit now? 2 games back. They've now clinched, a wild card, or at least a wild card berth themselves. Soto's eligible to come off the IL. How long has he been out? Since August, man. Is our AAA team even playing any more games? They have 1. They're probably in the playoffs. Wait, is that a doubleheader? Is that what that's trying to say? Or are they just the 2 seed? I think it's probably 2 games. It's got to be in 2 games. It's playoffs, it looks like, down there. We're just going to bring Soto straight back. I might end up regretting that. We got the room because of roster expansion. What him back at setup. That's where he was before. He was doing really, really, really good. No, I'm not. Not where he's just coming back from an injury. We'll do mid relief. I'm going with my gut. All right, game 1 versus the Tigers. We win 5-2. Huge, huge. We need as many as we can going into the Met series. Our prospect, the 20-year older in AAA, leads the International League in isolated power while playing center field. He's ready, by the way. Like, he's coming up next year. He just recently kind of eclipsed that ready, like super ready mark. I just don't want to rush him in this situation where we're already flooded at outfield, and I don't want to mess up his like PPI pick for next year. Player of the game was Ethan Bass. Cooper finally didn't get a player of the game whenever he actually started, by the way. Bass went 3 for 4, though. He had another double today. Game 2 versus the Tigers. We win at 7-6. Yes. Yes. We score 3 in the top of the 8th. Player of the game was Jordan Sanchez, the man who dominated August. He went 2 for 5. He had a homer, which was his 20th on the year. Irvin got his 13th stolen base on the season. I really thought he would have more. We cranked his base running stuff up as well. But all right, quick check in. Quick check in. We're 3.5 games ahead. If we win this, I think it solidifies the division. I think. And we lose because why wouldn't we? And Jordan Sanchez tears his abdominal muscle and he's out for 5 to 6 weeks. Yes. I love baseball even more. Oh, man. Why do I mention people's names? There goes Sanchez. He didn't have the best year overall, but he's done. He had a very good August that made up for literally everything previously in the year. September was going, above average. That is tough. Cruz is still out for 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, we've got some tough decisions to make now. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I swear forcing Calvin for like the rest of this is looking very likely because he won't be playoff roster eligible because he wasn't on the 40 in time. But there's also guys like Justin Walker who would prevent us from having to force Carlos Bautista, who I kind of trend towards ish the most. I don't know. Brad Camel, Samil Serrano as well. I don't know about Serrano. He's not as balanced. Perini. Not Arelis. Not Yermy either. Sam Peterson used to look like way better than this. All right, let me go over here. Let me figure this out first. This stinks. Okay, so I think Lewis is going to go. Cruz actually hit well off the bench so far. I think Lewis is going to go to right. This sucks, dude, because James is day to day. Well, it's only one more day. Never mind. Never mind. I'm crying about nothing as far as that goes. Ronnie could play outfield, but he just hasn't learned it enough yet. He's also just not hitting good. I don't know why. I kind of want to request a new report on him to see something. That's from still September. Okay, we're going to go Lewis. Then we're going to slide Ernesto up. He can stay there. Seaver stays there. I think we still got to promote an outfielder. There's no way around it right now. We're going to stick by not rushing Calvin. I might regret it. We're going to do Justin Walker. We're going to go Justin Walker, and then let's remove, because Justin can play, Ernesto can play, he can play center decent. Both of them can play it decent, which that's all Lewis was anyway. Okay, so let's remove Lewis so he doesn't get overwhelmed. We'll have him to start right at the same time. Then we're going to go Ernesto. Okay, he's already in right, which can he has 60 outfield range there. He has 60 outfield range there. Let me do Justin Walker. Justin Walker, and then Justin Walker. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to give Ronnie a chance at the DH role here. I don't know. I think it makes the most sense. Like he just looks the most well-rounded, but he's just not hitting well. So what can you do? Then down here we'll just leave it Ernesto. That's fine. But now Ronnie come off of there. We'll just go Walker like that. I think that's good. I think that's it. Walker, Cruz, King, Millis. Walker, Cruz, King, Millis. All right. Let me go copy. Let me go paste. Drop a quick save. And now it literally comes down to this series on if we win the division or not. Wouldn't have had it any other way, huh? Just like last year. Except for this year, it's happening on the very last day of the season. That's the only thing. Or yeah, the very last series of the season. Whereas last year it was like the week before the end of the season. Or 2 weeks. But it still came down to the Mets, just like last year. So we're 3.5 games ahead. Had we won that, I think it would have locked it up. I think we only need to win one game against them. I think that's all that needs, or they just need to lose one more. Okay, it's over. Yes, they just lost. Okay, I was crying for no reason. We lock up the NL East over the Mets. They slip. They go 2-8 in their last 10. We go 5-5, which I was scared wasn't going to be enough. But this is our first time as a division champs in this sim, and it comes in the 2031 year. Or the year of 2031 rather. Very good Mets team is slipping down to the wild card. This is also going to get us a first round bye as it stands, unless, yeah, us and the Padres should get the first round bye, which is huge because of injuries right now. The longer we can delay and let Cruz get back in time, that is ginormous. So now we got to baby some injuries here on this last 3-game series. Since that's locked up, I want to go to strategy. I want to go default. Batting bench when like, let me do. Why has defensive substitutions changed? It is never on 7th plus inning. Let me do 8th plus inning, leading by 2 runs or less. That's annoying. I don't know when that changed. All right, 7th inning's pretty early for me, in my opinion. Here, I'm gonna go like 80% fatigue. Wait, that's starting pitching. No, batting 80%. And then I gotta remember to take that off. All right, game 1 versus the Mets. I was going to watch this series. Now it doesn't matter. There's no more, nothing else on the line. Who the teams that do still have stuff on the line though are the Marlins and Diamondbacks. Game 1, we very slow sim. What is going on? Are we serious? Okay, we take it 7-2. Holy, that got a little scary. I was like, wait a minute, don't do this to us now. But yeah, we pile it on. So it wasn't a fluke. It was meant to be. Score with the 7 Ks, 2 earned. Very good game. Fitzgerald gets player of the game. Goes 2 for 4. Gets a home run. He gets his 25th of the season. Game 2 versus the Mets. We win it 5-1. De La Torre goes down for 5 days. I swear that man is becoming pretty injury prone. It's like his last few starts. He still had a pretty solid day though. 4 1/3 or 5 1/3. 4 Ks. No earned, no walks, no hits, no nothing. I'm gonna request brand new reports on everyone real quick. That way we have a fresh look at them going into playoffs. Although everybody that came up during roster expansion won't be able to be on the playoff roster. All right, can we sweep them just to like rub it in at the end of the season? De La Torre got player of the game for that performance. That's deserved. And then we'll do a stats check-in after this. Irvin gets his 31st homer in that one. Brand new scouting reports on everybody. Just wanted to get those in. All right, game 3 versus the Mets. Drum roll. We sweep them to end it 26-0 in the last game. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Dylan Cruz has a 30-30 season. Cooper has the lowest ERA in the NL. 26-0. Holy, 21 hits to their 2. What just happened? Dude, what? We scored 8 in the bottom of the second, 12 in the bottom of the fourth, 5 in the bottom of the seventh, 1 in the bottom of the eighth. We almost no-hit them and dropped 26 on their head. Ryan Weathers, 8 earned runs, 2 home runs, 4-4-2. Holy crap. Talk about demoralizing for a team going into the wild card. It could not have happened to a better team. Cooper with a crazy day. Didn't get player of the game for this. 7 2/3, 2 hits, 9 Ks, 1 walk. Dude, what the heck? That's wild. I mean, what even happened here? Irvin had a solo shot. Contreras had 2 home runs. James Wood had a homer. Ronnie Cruz had 2 home runs. Dude. How many total? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home runs we hung on the Mets. Their lone hits came from Brugman or Bruggeman, I don't know, and Lindor. Oh my gosh. What a day for Ronnie Cruz, by the way, at DH, 3 for 6. 3 for 6, 2 runs, 1 RBI. That is crazy. I am so glad it happened to the Mets. All right, these are just more of the holy crap. I actually can't believe that. What a banger. All right, let's look at the playoff bracket real quick. We do get the first round bye. We'll be facing the Mets or the Dodgers. That's very demoralizing for the Mets. That also was off of their number 2. So they're going to have to start Jose Rodriguez and then go to McLean, which is kind of good for them to have McLean in game 2. I did not expect that, man. All right, and then we get the Padres got the other bye. The Marlins make it in. So 3 NL East teams, and then the Cubs, Mets, Dodgers, Padres. On the other side, last year's World Series winners who took us down in Game 7 gets the bye, along with the Twins, who are pretty good this year. They went 95-67, winning their division. I can't lie, the AL is just very strong, dude. Like, very strong. I think the 1 and 2 seeds are pretty balanced. I think it's a pretty balanced bracket, but I think their wildcard teams just clear the NL wildcard teams. Maybe I'm crazy, but a 93-win Detroit team in the wild card. We'll look at the standings overall. That's a lot easier. Never seen that. Yeah, I can't lie. That's I might have saw it before in like spring training or something, but that's, I don't know, the last time I saw a game that many runs in the the regular season. Ultimately, we take the division by 7 games. We get revenge, 7-3 in our last 10. I gotta look at our run differential now after that one. That probably blew it out of the park. Cubs take the NL Central over the Reds. Yo, call me of airs. Thank you so much, man. Hope you had a good stream. Everyone coming over from Call Me Stream, thank you. Hope you guys had a good time over there. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We just clinched our first ever division title with the Nationals. Last year we lost it on like the final week of the season. This year we win it on the final week of the season. And our last game we just won 26-0 over the Mets. That's insane. But yeah, maybe our team could sense the raid coming over, and it was all good vibes from the raid. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Elsewhere. Yeah, the Tigers, Orioles, Red Sox, Angels. That's pretty much it. The Yankees miss it by 2 games, Athletics by 6. Sorry, I was trying to shut myself down. Happy to do it. Hope you take down the title. Thank you, man. Hope you have a great night. Hope you had a fun stream. Padres win that by 6 over their team is actually scary again. I don't know how they did it, but they pretty much just retooled that that team over there, even with the bad contracts. A lot of the young guys it paid off. The young talent developed, and they're scary again. Was interesting though. Now time for late dinner. Have a wonderful holiday. Yeah, thanks, man. You too. Have a good dinner as well. All right. Let's check in on the team stats real quick. Let's see. James Wood leads the team with a 151 WRC plus. Just such a quiet year of just domination again. Like, because he had an average of 277 on base of 395, which did that last year. 388 led the NL. 395 wasn't good enough this year. He led with walks again with 100, then 105 the year before. Arias with 135, Fitzgerald 130, 124 for Irvin. We do have Cruz on the IL and Sanchez, but Cruz had a 136. Cruz had 35 homers. Who led us in home runs? It would have been him. Irvin with 32. The sophomore year out of Irvin was a phenomenal one. Really good bounce back year. Like last year was respectable, but like was underwhelming on the hitting side. If we're being honest, we expected better, and he delivered this year. I love this guy. Big 32 home run season. I think he could have 30-30 seasons in his future if he could learn how to steal, because he got caught stealing 7 times, and he was only successful at 13. Wood, Fitzgerald, Willits, all with 20 plus, including Cruz. RBI leaders, Fitzgerald had 91, which is pretty impressive, by the way, considering I think he only hit toward the top half of the lineup versus lefties. Yeah, like for the most part, he was bottom half versus righties most of the season, I believe. What a phenomenal trade the Contreras trade ended up being. Like, to be honest, at the catching position, he was pretty consistent from last year, which is all we wanted. Like, he obviously dropped off the tiniest a bit, but trying to maintain that for him at his age 33 season in the first place was a big ask, but that was more than enough. War wise, it was Wood, Willits, Arias, Irvin, Fitzgerald, OPS, very similar to the WRC plus sorting naturally. Stolen bases overall, though, 23 for Bass, 22 for Wood, 20 for Robert, and 19 for Fitzgerald. This dude has 45 speed, but his stealing ability is 70. We always call him methodical with it. Cruz, on the other hand, he did have the 30-30 season. He had 35 homers and 41 stolen bases. If he didn't get hurt, he got hurt on September 16th. I mean, there's a chance he could have went 40-40 because he got hurt middle of the month. But it would have been a tough task. But it was possible. It was possible. Something I do want to do, you know how it locks your ticket prices once playoffs start? I do want to go turn on commissioner mode because I forget to change it. I wish they would actually stay unlocked. I think that would be cool if they stay unlocked. We're going to go up to like $35 for playoffs. And then we'll go back out of commissioner mode. All right, and now we need to decide our playoff roster before we sim too far. Let's see. How do I want to go about this? So obviously it's already defaulted to 1, but we got to make sure We'll do it like we did it last year. So we got active roster. We'll go players eligible, and then we'll go playoff roster. So I like to sort by position and then just compare. So Burns, Cooper, De La Torre, Herrera, Sakura, Duvall, and put Duvall at the top. Herrin, Lombard. Okay. Randolph's missing because I don't think. Wait, no, Randolph's on playoff. Never mind. I looked at that incorrectly. So Lombard, they didn't put Neighbors on. That's who's missing, which would be dumb of us, I think. So we'll have to get Neighbors on here. Let's see what change. Who else is missing? So Neighbors is missing. Put Lombard at the top. Randolph, Neighbors, Randolph, Ross, Sime, Soto. Uribe's missing as well, which I can't lie, I don't hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because this man, I swear he was playing for the other teams this year every time he pitched. Let's skip to Contreras, Millis, Fitzgerald, Cruz, Willits, Irvin. Bass, King, Wood, Reyes, Cruz. Roniel, Walker. Okay. I think I'm an idiot. I literally could have looked right here. Yeah, so Uribe and Neighbors are missing. I can't lie. I do like. What if we take off De La Torre? Because the most we'll run is a 4-man rotation. I think De La Torre comes off. Lombard stays. Who sadly wasn't the best due to injuries after he joined with us in that small sample size. I think we take off De La Torre, and this is actually very tough. Randolph deserves to stay. He stays. I didn't think we moved him over in time, but I guess we obviously did. I guess it was when Soto went down. I think De La Torre gets off the playoff roster. That's what my gut is saying. Plus, he's hurt for 3 days, but we'll just do remove from playoff roster. And then between these two, I do think I prioritize Neighbors. Like, I like Uribe a lot, but dude, he just he had a solid 4 games here, I guess. Like, he did give up the 1 earned, 4 hits in that one, but there's a lot of times this year he was just odd man out. Like, he had 18 meltdowns to 21 shutdowns. I think I prioritize Neighbors right now. And I'm not gonna lie, after that, I really don't know who the heck we would pull off for him. Stats wise, no one else makes sense if we're being totally honest. Like, we obviously I prefer to go off ratings, but like stats wise, he would be odd dude out, sort of. I mean, other than like Burns, but Burns is gonna be one of our 4 starters. Like, I think this is literally just gonna be our 4-man rotation right here for the playoffs. And then we would do something like this. And we would probably just go like Sime. We'll keep on use more often. Actually, I don't know. We might take him off use more often because I forgot how bad he is versus lefties. I don't really just want to run him as a specialist versus righties though. I think we just keep it like this. I think this is fine. Soto could be good enough now to go back since he kind of knocked the rust off after the injury to go back to setup. I think we will do that. We'll just go 6th or later. And then I fit mine as far as relievers. Dylan Ross was really good this year. Sime was solid enough, but Burr can keep the closer role for now. He had 27 saves on the year. Save percentage was 79%, like right at 80. I think, yeah, I think this is what we do here. And then on the hitting side, I mean, the only dudes missing are, yeah, pretty much no one. I mean, everybody that's eligible are dudes who weren't here already, other than Cruz and Sanchez, who are both on the IL. So then once they're able to come back, Sanchez, I don't think will be back even before our first series in the second round. Cruz will be back in 5 days. But we can't pull him off the IL yet. So here, now we'll switch it like this. We'll go playoff roster, we'll go injured list, and we'll just keep this like this. Cruz is back in 5 days. When Cruz is ready to come back, we're going to pull off probably Justin Walker. And then we'll be set, I do believe. I think we'll be chilling after that. Either way, playoff roster is set. Let me drop a quick save so we don't screw that up somehow. Man, what a last game. I can't believe that. I'm anxious to see how this wild card goes for the Mets now. Hopefully we got in their head. I don't know though. I'd probably rather play them than the Dodgers to be honest, because they got like a healthy Otani back. Don't like that. Do not like that. All right. Game 1 of the first series. Let's see if it actually runs here. Game is just being sluggish right now. A couple players retiring. No one notable. Just from our minor league system. New reports come in on everybody. Jesse Cooper's up to a 65. Been a 65 for a minute. Yeah, he led in wins. He led in ERA. He led in WHIP. He led in hits per 9. He led in walks per 9. What a guy! It's crazy how well he penned out. That is something we didn't really look at, is the pitching stats. But he led, like he had a 206 innings pitch this year. He does have the 70 stamina, but he had a 215 ERA plus. He finishes with 7 WAR, 60.3 pitching run value. By the way, that's nutty. Next best starter was Herrera with 121, then Sakura, then Burns. I think I might actually would just swap Sakura and Burns like that for games 3 and 4. Then the pin was phenomenal, dude. Like it was so good, which is kind of crazy if for those of you that were around when we went into free agency last off season, because we only had like 7 pitchers or 8 going into free agency last year. Now that I think about it, so that's kind of nuts. Yeah, crazy year. I'm thrilled. Like we're poised. We have the team for it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, oh, expanded standings. I wanted to look at something. Our Pythagorean. Do you guys see this? We underperformed our Pythagorean record by 12 games. Last year, I think it was by like 5 or 7, and I was already saying how I've never saw that before. By 12? That's even worse. We were projected to finish 107.55 due to our performances. By 12 games, we underperformed the Pythagorean. That would have been far and away the best record in baseball. 107? Yeah, that's wild. We still finished, well, tied with the best record in baseball at the Twins. They outperformed their Pythagorean by 4. They won 4 more games than the Pythagorean suggested. Run differential, though, a 246. That was the best in the MLB. Next best, Red Sox with 128, and they finished second in their division. That's tough. Then the Mets with 111, 104 for the Padres. How were we extra innings? We went 9 and 12, 1 run, 21. Dang. So we had a negative record in extra inning games and 1 run games. That's tough. Post All-Star break just really kicked the Mets' butt. They went 32 and 33 after going 56 and 41. I mean, same thing with the Marlins, 55 and 42. Then they went 30 and 35. That's tough. Okay. See how the wild card rounds go. Mets take game 1. Cubs take game 1 on the NL side. Over on the AL, after it saves, of course. More players retiring from our AAA team. Nothing crazy. New report on Sakura. He's still 50. Nothing changing. As expected. Dylan Ross. He's a 55. He wasn't a 55, right? Nope, he was a 50. He's another guy that I'm kind of, which he's an ARB. Never mind. 2031 A-ball outstanding player was Chris Defoe, the guy that got TCR. Went from a 35 out of 45 to a 45 out of a 50 now. That's huge. He had a dude. After we moved him to A-ball, he put up another 2.1 WAR. He had 8.2 WAR across both levels. It's kind of crazy. Fredericksburg's Ryan Gonzalez takes MVP in the Double-A league. All right, the Tigers and Orioles take game 1 on the AL side. The Mets sweep the Dodgers. I'm actually thrilled with that. Will that come back to bite me? Likely. But I was more scared of the Dodgers, I'm not going to lie. But that's kind of crazy. The Cubs take down the Marlins. So both NLS East teams gone. Just us instantly. Just like that. On the other side of things, let's see who takes it. Oh, I think both of those series went 1-1. Dylan Cruz is ready to come back. That is huge. So what we're going to do is Justin Walker is going to go off of the playoff roster. Cruz comes on. Sweet. Now we slide Cruz back over here to right field. We do this. Go run yell. Okay, we got a lot of adjusting to do now. Oh shoot. Cruz Eris. We'll go run yell. Ernesto Seaver can stay there. I mean, we could just do Ernesto instead of Seaver to be fair now. We could do that. Do something like that. Ronnie Cruz has hit fine in the DH lately. I'm not going to lie, but so I don't know if we like. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. Cruz goes back to DH. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. And then Lewis stays at right field, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, Wood, Arias, and then yeah. Whoops. That's on me. Because Sanchez is hurt. That's what's got me screwed up. I was used to Sanchez being in right. Okay, so it's going to be Ernesto. Dylan could technically play right if needed, like in a pinch. So we'll do that to be safe. Then Ernesto. This is better. Then we go Ronnie, Ernesto. Ernesto Seaver, Drew. Ronnie here. Okay. This is good, I believe. Ronnie, Seaver. Yep, I'm liking it. Okay, I like it. Let me copy. Over here, let me paste. Let me get the lineups right again. Hang on, let me actually do some stuff. Splits versus righties on base percentage. Okay, yes, I know Dylan's has been better than Cruz has been better than Bass this year versus righties. Wood's fine. Robert Arias is fine. Versus lefties, is it kind of the same? Fitzgerald, Wood, Irvin. I mean, 363 is solid still. But honestly, this is great. I think this is good. SOPS versus righties, Wood, Arias. It's been better than Bass this year. We got a good thing going. I'm not going to mess it up. Drop a quick save. All right. Ryan McDonough on the waiver wire. That's actually interesting. He actually looks okay. Now we can actually see the playoff bracket shape up when we advance the next day because both those series went 1-1 and the Tigers and the Orioles take it. It's Orioles versus Mariners, Tigers versus Twins. Is this not a repeat on the AL side? Twins, Tigers, Orioles, Mariners. Right, Cardinal fan? You're exactly right, I fear. Okay, no, I was way off. It was Twins, Mariners. So I had 3 of the teams right, but the matchups were different. So Mariners, Twins, Tigers. So 3 of the 4 teams in the division series last year are there this year. Of course, how funny you chime in about the game 7, and then, I was pulling it up at the same time. The Mets took down the Dodgers last year. This time they did it in the wild card. The Orioles are the new kids on the block. All right, we start at home. The first 2 games will be at home. We got our playoff tickets right. Those will be good to go. Pitching is good to go. It's going to be Cooper, Herrera, Socorro, Burns. Oh, man, I'm nervous again. Pitching lineups. I don't know, man. I'm happy. Like we can do it. We have the team for it. But I am sadly going to have to end stream there. So we're going to end on a cliffhanger. I will be live on Monday. Sadly, it is obviously it's getting a little bit late here for me. It's 10:49 here on the East Coast. We've been going at it for what, like 3 hours? Yeah, 3 hours, pretty much on the dot. Thank you guys so much for all the new follows. Thank you, Comey, for the raid as well. Anybody that dropped in and chatted it up tonight, it means a ton. We are going to pay the raid forward. We're going to send you guys over to my guy Max, though. If you guys would just like to, I know a lot of you guys just lurk for drops, so if you guys want to go over there and lurk, you can. If you want to chat it up with them, everybody on YouTube, thank you guys so much. If anybody liked the stream tonight on YouTube, thank you so much. Or if there's any new subs, thank you guys so much as well over there. I see you guys hanging out as well. It means a ton. Hopefully, you guys can interact well with the Twitch chat and vice versa with me having it on the screen. You can understand when I'm talking to both chats. But yeah, thank you guys over there on the YouTube. I'm going to have to end that stream first before I do the raid, though, over to Max, just because YouTube doesn't like if music's playing whenever I go to a new stream, yada, yada. Yeah, new Angels video should be up in the next 2 days. Also plan to make like another guide video that'll hopefully be up with like the next 5 days. Hopefully, no guarantees on that. But we live again Monday and Tuesday around 8 p.m. Eastern. So Monday we will do the playoffs. I would love to see you guys there. Hopefully we can win it this year. Monday playoffs. I will see you guys there. I'm gonna send you guys over to Max. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Love you all. Bye Pikachu. Bye everybody.